Hello and welcome to Nate Slash,
Baby.
The horror movie podcast.
I'm getting better at that, by the way.
You are. You're right on cue.
And Reed.
The horror movie podcast with your favorite boys. I'm Nate.
I'm Davey.
This is a podcast.
I'm Reed. Am I fucking this up?
No, it's great. Keep it up.
No,
This is a podcast where we discuss horror films
And Reed.
We're going to discuss me.
Yes.
of every variety, from The Truman Show to The Human Centipede. It's got everything you could ever want or read. Every episode, we have a special guest that brings the film we are discussing today. And with us today, we have an incredible guest. It's Reed.
Reed Pendergrass.
I might have spoiled the surprise. Thank you so much.
Good. We're so
I don't
glad
think
you're
so.
here.
I think you did great, honestly.
I appreciate y'all having me on.
Of course. I think we're going to include that whole portion about the washer at the top of the
Oh, 100%,
show,
yeah.
So,
Sure.
yeah.
Don't make me sound like an asshole.
I'm going to make you sound like
that
a
on
guy
the
who
record?
owns a washer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I hate touch screens.
Oh my god, I hate them so much. Now they have the ones that connect to the internet and you can control them with your phone and everything.
Oh, yeah. I'm millennial. I grew up with gadgets. I got the internet in, the 8th grade? Maybe, no, the 6th grade. I got the internet in the 6th grade. And, 90-something. 99. And... Nope, sorry, 96. Is this good podcasting?
This
Yes,
is
this is
honestly
perfect.
this is mostly what podcasting is.
Strap in for the next 4 hours.
But when they started no, hook up your phone to your refrigerator, I was like, I'm done.
No.
I'm out. I hate to be boomer about it or Luddite, but
I won't do it. I read a whole thing about a guy who just realized that his I think it was his refrigerator or maybe his washing machine had basically downloaded 20 gigs of information, and it was somebody had
firmware
hacked it,
update.
and they were using it to mine Bitcoin with.
What?
Yeah.
How's that? Okay, I don't understand it.
Hey man,
The
it's
farthest.
the blockchain.
Yeah. think about it like this, Nate. There's chains
Uh-huh.
and there's blockchains.
No.
Oh,
I don't believe that.
Okay, yes, and it for me.
What? No.
No, okay.
That doesn't exist. I will go as far as smartwatches and bulbs. That's what I like.
I'll do a smart bulb every once in a while.
Yeah, I could turn off all the lights in here right now. If I
My
wanted to.
last house that I lived in had smart lights, and it was kind
Except
of
these.
Okay.
obnoxious, being like, oh, I don't know if I can say it. I might turn off the lights in here, but hey, G word, turn off everything, and then just do it. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, well, I had we over the pandemic we fixed up a house outside of Athens, and I put smart bulbs and then hooked them all up to the Amazon or whatever, and it would raise the light, level the light up as the sun goes down and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
I found this is awful. I found the exact Kelvin temperature that you need for ideal reading light. So I very obnoxiously, I would constantly be like, "Hey Google, set den lights to 2,700 Kelvin."
Ooh.
There it goes. You
Yeah.
just
Is it gonna do it?
I don't know. I don't have it.
Find any lights in a room called den.
I don't have a den.
Yeah, you don't have a den. I had a den. I lived in the den.
I love the routines, the good night and the
Yeah.
wake up routines. Because the alarm would go off, I would say, "Hey Google, stop." God damn it. Never mind.
Oh,
But-
people listening are very mad at us.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
that's true.
Hey, turn this.
Oh.
Put this on your speakers and turn it up. Hey Google,
Hey.
subscribe to Nate / Davey.
On Spotify and
Can you
follow their
add?
Instagram.
Can you add beeps? Beep out the G word.
Oh yeah, we can do that. I mean, I won't, but we absolutely could do that.
Yeah. We're so happy to have you, man.
Thank you so much.
This is so exciting to
Let's
have you.
add to the conversation about The Shining.
Yeah, The
Yeah.
Shining. I think this is what the world was missing, was more dissection into this film.
But I struggled to think of this is the horror movie that I watch every year.
Yeah.
So in terms of what I wanted to talk about for 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours.
Four.
Can I get the record?
I think JT's was 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
but that's not
Yeah.
an average. A few of them, but
Yeah.
But given what I can it's like gun to your head. You have to do a presentation right now. What are you going to talk about?
Sure.
The Shining is probably the horror movie to do it. And Kubrick and Stephen King have been hyperfixations of mine throughout my life. So yeah. But the other one I thought about doing was Ernest Scared Stupid.
yes.
Which I would have been extremely happy with as well.
I know. I started watching it and it was borderline unwatchable. But
sucks.
Because of
as
the
a-
content? Because I've never seen it.
it just made me really uncomfortable to watch. I don't know. It's just the mugging of Ernest, I guess. But it generally tonally one of the weirdest movies of all time because you have Varney, what's his name?
Jim Varney.
Jim Varney, thank you. Just mugging crazy, doing drag, just crazy performance.
Yeah.
And then genuinely horrific images of a troll turning children into tiny things and then encasing them in amber. And
that's
Really?
what this movie is about.
I don't remember. That's The
Horrifying.
Shining? Man, I think I watched the wrong movie.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh, got it,
So
okay.
my mom, I remember going to the theaters. Oh, we're talking about Ernest Scared Stupid. But I remember going to the theaters and no one was there. Nobody was around the block to see Ernest Scared Stupid. And it was my mom, it was my sister, and it was me. Empty theater with this movie. And I just was so terrified that I literally was grabbing the chair in front of me and hiding behind it.
Really?
And then peeking over the chair to like watch some of it. And when I watch it as an adult, I'm like, I can't really watch this right now.
Because you were so
Totally
scared.
different reason. Yeah.
Yeah, different reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that one. I've seen Ernest Goes to Camp.
Camp.
I've seen Ernest Goes to Jail.
I've seen Jail.
I've seen
Yeah.
Boo! A Medea Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah. I think those are the three big ones that I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not?
Is Boo a part of the Jim Varney cinematic
No,
universe?
it's just totally different. But he also dresses in drag, and it's
In-
unwatchable.
Oh, and Medea. Yeah.
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 I haven't really dived deep into the Medea extended universe.
That's not really a thing you need to do.
I like Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will refrain from saying anything. I need work.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you what, he's not going to hire you.
Yeah.
You're too,
No,
you're too
I could
expensive.
absolutely be a well-meaning but naive white neighbor.
Oh, like as an actor? Yeah, he'd
Yeah,
hire you
yeah,
for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good idea. Hey, Tyler, why don't you go
Tyler,
ahead and hire Reed?
I know you're
Tyler,
listening.
friend of the show, Tyler Perry.
Yes.
I'll call him. I'll see if I can get him on.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Reed, why horror? Why do you like horror so much?
Do I like horror?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I like movies. I'm a big movie guy.
Yeah.
I was. My story is a lot like that Patton Oswalt thing, where he, in high school, what I did was it was 1 to 2 movies every single night, just
Yeah.
straight up. I was so obsessed with it. I thought I was going to be a film director. I worked in the industry for 5 years and decided that wasn't for me. And then
What
went
did you
back to
do in
theater.
the industry?
Well, I kind of fell into assistant directing.
Oh, cool.
And at the time, I was like 20. I was mid-20s, and I was very young for that job, actually, because I was getting like flown out to LA for these like things, and I had like these old veterans being like, "Why are you telling me what to do?" But I was doing it, and it was a bit square peg round hole.
Yeah.
But I think I finally started making a living doing it. And I was like, no, this is still killing me. Like as soon as I made a living wage, I was like, oh, I got to leave now, or I'm going to get those golden handcuffs that people in the film industry talk about, where it's like, I can't do anything else.
Because I make too much money here, and I only have to give up 80 hours of my life every week. Yeah.
Yeah. And at the time, the DGA did a report, and this might be apocryphal. I can't find anything online about this. But I was told that the life expectancy for assistant directors, full-time assistant directors, was 53 years old.
I guarantee you that's correct.
And I was not beating the odds. I was like 20 pounds heavier than I am now. I was smoking constantly. I was chain smoking. And my last gig, I was doing an Under Armour commercial. And I think I was Key Sepia. I don't think I was AD. But again, I wasn't making memories. I just was not. I was tired all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no memory happening. But I do remember being very overweight, smoking a cigarette, watching a 3-time Olympian international lawyer. She did like international criminal law or something like that, running on through Piedmont Park, and I was like, all right, I quit, I'm done. I was like, I gotta move on with my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was obsessed with movies. The walk back to that, and then so I adore certain horror movies, but as a genre, I'm not like a horror guy.
Right.
So would The Shining be your favorite horror movie then?
Tough to say.
You're also an avid reader, right?
Yeah, I read a lot. I read a lot of Stephen King. I'm a
Yes,
huge
yeah.
Stephen King head.
Yes.
So, but I don't like. And I've been watching a lot of Buffy and Angel. I guess I do like horror.
Well, that's why
I'm
we
in a
describe
huge
like.
Buffy and Angel rewatch right now.
Oh yeah, we were
are
talking
you?
about that the other night. I still have never seen the TV show Buffy.
Really?
I've seen the movie a million times.
Yeah.
But I've never seen.
I've only seen the first 2 seasons of the TV show because my roommate during the pandemic, that's her show, and we watched the movie. I'd seen the movie before, and then she just went on the whole binge watch, and I watched the first 2, and then like I don't know, started playing D&D more.
Yeah.
And, then she just kept going on without me.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's worth watching though, Buffy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's worth watching. There have been multiple moments that have made me cry recently in this rewatch. And Michelle Gellar's performance is still incredible. Knowing a lot of the stuff that was happening behind the scenes with Josh Whedon is sort of a tough hang at times.
Yeah.
But so many people worked on that show, and Jane Espenson, I believe her name is, like so many like incredibly talented women worked on that show. So it's like you kind of have to give it up for that. But
Yeah.
and then we're doing Angel too. So we're doing publication date or release date where it's like Buffy Angel.
Oh.
And to get the
They were on at the same time?
Yeah. To get the
'Cause they had-
crossovers.
They had
right.
crossovers. Yeah.
So I think it's the third.
I didn't know that.
Or fourth season of Buffy. The first season of Angel comes in, and yeah.
That's fun.
So I retract. I'm a huge horror guy. I'm a big mythology guy. I'm a big
Crypto guy.
crypto guy.
Big crypto
I don't
guy.
believe in any of it. Like if I saw a ghost, I would immediately check myself into a mental institution.
Oh, absolutely,
Like, I don't. And people who tell me their experiences about ghosts, I nod very politely, and then I go, okay, you must have. And how much sleep did you have during this time period of your life? But very condescending. But
When you
I'm
listen
the
to the
same-
JT episode, I shared my recent ghost experience.
I did, and I nodded politely along.
I'm
I
still
was like-
convinced.
I know
some-
Nate's circadian rhythms.
I get plenty of sleep. I get 45 minutes a night.
We're
There you go.
drinking coffee at 7 p.m. right now.
Constantly.
Yeah. Well, we kind of touched on it, but why The Shining? Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big Kubrick head, and
Okay.
The Shining
Oh, yeah.
was.
Well,
While you
sorry
do
to
this,
interrupt.
I'm going to open Trader Joe's
We have,
Jangle
we have
Jangle.
our Trader Joe's snack of the episode. It is December 18th. It is Jingle Jingle. I got it specifically for us today.
And I meant to eat this in mic.
You can eat it whenever you want or wherever you want.
I'll wait until somebody else starts talking.
Okay.
The Shining, and I'm into a huge Stephen King hole right now. I've been reading a ton of Stephen King, and when we decided to do the episode like a week and a half ago, I started rereading The Shining, and I finished it yesterday.
Wow.
And I don't know, it was scary. That's why.
I haven't gotten through the book, man.
No.
I'm not a good reader.
I'm a horrible reader.
Yeah.
And my ADD does not let me read very much. So
Same.
What is y'all's relationship to Stephen King in general? Which has nothing to do with this movie, by the way.
Yeah,
yeah,
truly.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
One of my favorite books is Carrie.
It's a great one.
Yes, I still have the first. It's the one book that I could read in a day, and
Yep,
not
it's
put
super
it down.
tight and-
It's
yeah.
it's so great, and I do love a lot of the movie interpretations of Stephen King, but Carrie and Christine, I love Christine quite a bit. So those two really stick out to me. Alyssa's favorite movie is Shawshank Redemption. you
Yeah.
know. So
Just had Stand By Me.
yeah. So there's just some. I just watched The Long Walk, which we talked about on the last episode.
Yeah.
The new movie.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was. He's got a million titles, and I was like, oh, I want to read this book.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet because I'm wanting to see the movie before I see
You
it.
would.
Or I'm wanting to read the book before I see the movie.
You would fucking love it, man. It's so great. So
Yeah, I love seeing people get shot for not walking.
Yeah.
well, that's what we talked
Spoilers.
about. Yeah. I mean, watch
the
the
whole
trailer.
premise.
Yeah, it's a very simple premise.
I watched the Edgar Wright version of Running Man last night.
Right, another Stephen King, yeah?
Yes. Is it good?
I've
All right,
heard.
well,
You know, I
I know
mean-
the reviews are like, it's fine.
He's one of my favorite modern directors. I think he's great. I love most of the things he does. But this movie is he tries so much to make it funny
Yeah.
that it loses the kind of like dystopian aspect of it, and it feels like, I don't know, it just doesn't sit well
I think
with
the
me.
Arnold version was funny because of its maximalism.
Yeah.
Like, not
Yes.
necessarily. I mean, it had shitty jokes in it.
I fucking love that movie.
It's a
though.
good one.
It's so fun.
That one was more like quippy though. This is
Yeah.
more like they're setting up these big set pieces and the whole thing is like a punchline, and it feels very weird when it's like it does. I don't know. Like there's nothing wrong with the performances. Everybody does a great job. It's beautiful. It looks great, but it just doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah. Are they undercutting each like serious moment?
Very much so. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Does it have a lot of like, well, that just happened moments?
There are a lot of that because
I hate that so much.
And this leads back to the Buffy, the Josh Whedon.
It's the Whedonism.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't read. The first 3 seasons of Buffy has a lot of that, and when he stops writing as many episodes, it starts to go away a little bit.
And then Marvel Avengers just made it. Every movie has the Whedonisms. It's even in like the Disney animated movies. You know.
It's
you
like
know what would make a Kubrick movie better?
Huh.
Somebody looking at the camera being like, "Woof,
yoink,
Crazy.
Yeah.
We're going through this thing that you paid money to watch.
I gave up on the MCU during oh my god, which movie was it? It was Captain Marvel, and it was when Ben Mendelsohn looked directly into the camera and literally said, "Did that just happen?" Oh, it was when we figure out the backstory behind Sam Jackson losing his eye.
The
Ben
cat.
Mendelsohn as an alien turns
yeah.
directly into the camera and mugs and goes, "Really? That's the backstory," or whatever the subtext was.
I forgot
I'm
that
done.
even happened.
I'm done.
Honestly, I blocked that out entirely. I remember that movie because I like Brie Larson's great. I think she's really
incredible.
good. But that movie was so just not good.
It's not fun.
It's not fun, and it's not fun. It's not funny, and it's also not like drama enough to be like
also,
serious.
The linear structure of the plot is so confusing. Like I couldn't tell you where it begins and ends. I remember being so confused watching that. Another moment I checked out recently in an MCU movie was the new Captain America movie, and it made me so mad watching.
Which new one?
Captain America: Brave New World.
Is it when America
God, I couldn't-
elected somebody too old to be president?
Yes,
Yeah. Or when that 90-year-old man became the fucking Hulk.
Red Hulk.
Yeah, when
Jesus
the right-leaning Red Hulk.
Give me a break.
No, it's when I think it's when we see Bucky for the first time, and he's wearing a suit. They make him a fucking congressman, which I think is bananas. But they have like a really serious, intimate moment. Like the new Falcon is injured, and they're looking, in that the two-way mirror that doesn't exist in hospitals.
Oh yeah, classic. Yeah.
Yes. They're watching them do the surgery on the patient. It's like, this is not in hospitals. But Bucky just randomly shows up. He gives them a motivating speech, blah, blah, blah. It's really heartfelt. It's really touching. And then...
He farts.
Yeah, he just farts out of his robot arm. He go gadget farts. No, Sam just breaks the tension by like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he's like, wow, you really sound like a congressman now. It's just like, dude, just fucking be moved by
be
this.
real.
The cheekiness of the whole thing is just it undercuts what you're trying to do, and it feels
the way you described it, because I haven't seen it, but the way you described it almost sounds like toxic masculinity. Like, oh, you're getting too real for me.
Yes.
That's what it is.
As my
That's 100%
friend, so
what
I
it is.
can't. And it's like we want our superheroes to have emotions. You know who has a lot of emotions? Jack Torrance.
Hey, that
I'm not doing the
segue,
segue.
Reed. That's good.
Honestly, here's one of my favorite things about doing this podcast is seeing how creative people can be with segues to bring it back.
That should be the challenge.
It's to see how far we can walk away from this and then make a U-turn, and we're still right where we were.
It's a justification exercise.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's
Oh.
my soda.
Nice.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's mad at me.
I've never been mad at you before in my life.
Bullshit, man.
Well, actually, do y'all have tempers? I think that's an important question to ask for the Shining episode.
I definitely have a temper, but it's not. It doesn't come out in a way like it's not Jack Torrance. It's like I don't get mad. I just get like annoyed and sort of shut down. And my temper is never gonna like flare its ugly head and be like I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. It's always just sort of like I don't want to be here anymore, so I'm just gonna remove myself from this situation.
Yeah, I've got road rage for sure, but it just feels like part of driving for me, especially in. I mean, I think every city's that way. Yeah, but like if somebody takes too fucking long at a red light and isn't like they have their blinker on to turn right. I honked at somebody like a long honk the other day because they were at a red light and there wasn't a no turn on red sign, and I honked so long, and then the guy got out of the car and he said, "There's a fire truck coming, asshole," because my music was all the way up and I didn't hear it. And I was
That's funny.
Okay.
Well, on the way
relax.
here, one of the reasons I was a couple minutes late, sorry
Yep.
about that, Reed.
God damn it.
I
Davey. I don't have a
apologize to
temper.
Reed and Reed alone.
Davey,
There was
love of my life.
There was a guy in a Mercedes station wagon that had a cardboard thing on the back that says, "I have insurance." And there was no tag, no nothing. It was just a cardboard thing that said, "I have insurance." And he was going like 10 miles an hour down Boulevard. And I was like, motherfucker. But I try to be zen when driving. But
Yeah.
that's the closest I'll get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a little prickly while I'm driving. I do feel like my patience sort of bottomed out around the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Like post-pandemic, I feel like I'm more prickly. I don't think I have a temper per se, but I can be very sharp at times.
I can see that, yeah.
Where it's like, and then immediately like, oh, I lost control. I did something wrong. You know?
Yeah,
where
but it's like I've seen you be a little bit sharp every once in a while, but never like, what a dick, you know?
Right.
I've never it's like you react like normal people would react in situations. So it's not, you're not like being
I need to be better than people. Have you met people?
That's true.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
But I think the things like, I mean, the things you've been quote unquote sharp about, I feel like it is felt amongst others as well.
Exactly.
In
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
never like
situations, you know.
like, why is Reed acting like that?
It
It's
is
like
a
that's justified.
very justified response.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I've had a couple. Well, no, we're not going to talk about that. There's been an interesting thing where it's like I've been really angry about something, and everybody has been like, "Yeah, you should be angry." And I was like, I want to move on from the emotion, but everybody's like, "No, how are you not more angry?" And I was like, "I'm really tired. I don't want to be angry anymore."
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's interesting getting that anger fed and validated. That's a new experience for me.
Yeah.
But no, I've never wanted to. I'm physical violence has never been in my vocabulary. at
I've
all.
never understood the like draw to that, you know, like it doesn't, there's nothing about it that would ever remotely feel good to me to like hurt someone.
Yeah. Well, we're all low testosterone. What's
Cucks.
Beta
cucks.
boys.
Yeah, beta
soy
cucks.
boys.
Yes. And I'm here for it.
Oh, absolutely. It's
hate
I
that
surround
I just said
myself
that.
with those people.
I've only gotten into like heated exchanges with my like family, people I feel comfortable getting in heated exchanges with, you know, but also it sucks. One argument was brought up recently that happened almost 6 years ago, and I was like, "You're still thinking about that? I haven't thought about that in so long."
There's a James Baldwin clip with like his wife, and she's like, "Why are you giving the best of yourself to strangers? Why are you coming home and like unloading on me? You should give the best of yourself to me." And he's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, present the best version of yourself to the people that you really love. Yeah. But Jack Torrance,
Well, and he does.
he does have love.
Yeah.
I think
I do, not in the movie.
All right, so okay. Do you think he starts off too wild at the beginning?
I do. I
Really?
honestly do. I think that there is one moment where they feel like a married couple, and that's over the phone.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Where he got the job,
And he's gonna be late.
telling her, and he's going to be late, and they're talking over the phone. There's at no point do I truly like. But I mean, that is a very deliberate thing. Everything's very deliberate on Kubrick's part. But my issue with Jack, and I think Stephen King's issue, because Stephen King famously doesn't like this adaptation.
Yeah.
Tough. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It is.
It really is.
What's written about it a lot is that it's a masterpiece, but it's not a great adaptation necessarily of its source material, which I think is true. But the problem for me is that in the book The Shining, which I did read recently, did I say that on mic or did I say that before mic?
Who said it?
It doesn't matter.
Who knows?
Hey, can you cut that out?
I'll cut that. I'll cut it in.
Can you cut that out?
No, we're gonna
Can you
double
cut
up.
that in?
We're gonna double
various
up.
I'm gonna
times?
put
We're
your
gonna
other
put in
part right
stereo.
before that. Yeah.
Is my there are two parts to this movie I'll get out of the way that I think keeps it from being a perfect movie. And it's the blowjob scene where a man going down on another man as scary.
Yeah,
I
it's like,
think.
oh no.
It's like
Yeah.
a jump scare for Shelley Duvall.
I guess.
Yeah.
And she's like, homosexuality. Ah! Although I would assume it would be very arresting. And then the shot where it's like Tuesday and he's just doing the Kubrick stare.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible shot. I'm
Yeah.
not going to take away the fact that it's an incredible shot. But at no point in this movie are you thinking, oh, this guy's not going to kill his family.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
This guy is absolutely going to kill his family day one.
I watched it last night, very late at night, and this was the first time going in, watching it, trying to like track when does he change. And the interview, I was like, okay, he's pretty normal. Like he'd be like a quirky kind of weird. He's still got, I think he just seems desperate in that interview scene in the beginning.
And he very much is, yeah.
Yeah, because he's just looking for work and wants to get away. So I get that. The car ride there, I'm like, oh, he's just a bad like family
Yeah.
leader. Like he's just kind of an asshole. You can tell he's biting his tongue so hard and all he wants to do is drink right now. But even like his interaction when you first see him walking to the hotel, talking to the person at the front desk, I'm like, oh, he seems like a gentle dude, and clearly he's putting on a face until he gets the job, and that's when he changes immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but that is what the movie gives you.
Yeah.
And I think it's great because it is okay. So let's get this out of the way. This movie's different post-COVID
Oh yeah.
because we all
1000%.
know cabin fever now.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
Yeah.
Where I feel like it was an intellectual exercise beforehand. But it is like there are so many stories of people that was like, oh yeah, and then we moved in, February 2020, and then I was with them, and their personality was not what I thought their personality was going to be, but we were stuck together.
Yep.
So that reads as very real.
What's wild, do you remember the time when we'd be like, well, I got COVID, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks? Like that was just very normal.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing that, being like, I got to take 2 weeks off now, and everybody's like, you do you, man, you get better.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone would be like, dude, get the fuck over it and
Yeah,
come to
exactly.
work, or
Wear a mask.
You're doing a
Jeez,
fucking show,
yeah.
just put on a mask, it's fine.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah.
I also like, so I don't know, the most unrealistic thing about this movie is that it would change him so fast. Like he would have the cabin fever so quick.
Yeah, and I do think that the book is way more of a methodical, sort of the hotel is working on him.
Okay.
It's using his alcoholism and his temper as a wedge to get in there and use him as a tool to kill Danny, to get Danny into the hotel. Because if the hotel gets the shining from Danny, then the hotel is like really alive. There's a sense that the hotel is coming to life because it's feeding off the shine of Danny.
That doesn't come across in the movie
No,
at
it's
all.
not in the movie at all.
No,
Yeah.
and I think that's okay. I
Yeah.
do.
So in the book, does Scatman Carruthers' character
Halloran.
Halloran, is Halloran aware of this in the book?
Yeah. Halloran clocks Danny's shine, and
Yeah.
they have a conversation about it. And he tells Danny, like, you're going to see things in this hotel, but it's just like a picture in a storybook. It's nothing. But that's because Halloran's shine isn't that hard. And the hotel still needs to use the dad to get to Danny. To a certain extent. There's all these things with the hedge animals. I think if we wanted to rewind it, one of the things that Stephen King has a huge problem with is the depiction of Wendy. He called it misogynistic.
Yes.
Which I'm a little bit. I think Kubrick was misogynistic kind of in casting her. He famously
so good,
said
though.
She's
she's
incredible.
so good. I think she's might be miscast, which we can get into later.
Yeah.
But he said that I want to cast someone that's mousy and looks like she would stay in an abusive relationship. And it's like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah.
And
Nobody
It's so
ever
fucked up
claimed
that you
that-
have that
yeah.
image of that person in your head
Yeah,
for that
exactly.
type of person.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he is an asshole. Like
Famously.
famously,
Kubrick is
always been an
famously an
asshole.
asshole,
yeah.
And I mean, like, which is probably one of the reasons he's able to, I don't know, enrage people into such good performances. I mean, like,
do it over and over and over. There's
Yeah.
a famous story of Scatman Carruthers like crying because they were done finally getting a take. You know,
yeah, it took them 4 days to do this scene with him and Danny at the table.
like that is so cruel
yeah.
to do to a human being, let alone a
But
child.
Scatman had problems learning his lines.
Oh.
It was a line thing. And now this is actually interesting because it was 2 days into that, somebody, I can't remember, I think it was like an AD or a cameraman, was like, all right, he was British. He was like, you got to let him go. Just let him go. And Kubrick said, I'm not going to do that. He's going to think he's going to think he's failed. And so there are stories of Kubrick being warm, but a lot of these stories that you hear about Kubrick being warm are from people that are fully in the cult of personality that was Kubrick at the time. And Jack too had a cult of personality around him. And my theory about all this Shelley Duvall Kubrick stuff is that, well, Shelley had just gotten out of a relationship with Paul Simon. Ever heard of him?
Yeah.
And then she started dating Ringo.
Oof,
Did she really?
That's a downgrade.
Yes, she was during the filming of The Shining. She was dating Ringo, and fuck you, it's not.
From Paul Simon?
Yeah, we love Ringo. Ringo is the most. Yeah, in this house we love Ringo. But there's a story about how she went away to go on this thing with Ringo, and everybody on the crew was like, "Please don't." She's like, "I'm going to do it," and then she came back, and she was like devastatingly sick, and like so there were moments when. And then everybody on set was miserable. It was supposed to be a 17-week shoot. It ended up being a whole year, 52 weeks, almost. I can't remember the exact number. And then my theory is everyone on that set was miserable, and she was the one person complaining. And it was just like, can you stop?
Yeah.
It doesn't make anything that Kubrick did to her right.
But
or
she's
correct.
she's had like, there were interviews with her where she was like, it was actually like horrible while it was happening, but it was a great experience, and I don't hold anything against him. And he was very warm and comforting to me when he wasn't being like, not forcing me, but like treating me like this to get the shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So she fully admits that she needed that to get the performances she got, which leads me to say that she was miscast.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I do think she does a fantastic
She's
job.
incredible.
But I mean, like doing all those takes, crying for days
For a year.
on end.
Yeah.
For a year.
And he shot it fairly concurrently. So what you see is sort of what you get in terms of their shooting schedule. And like, so that last hour and a half is just her screaming and crying and hysterical pretty much the whole time, which is another like thing that people lob at the movie as sort of being a bad thing, but I think works.
This did make me want to get a group together to do a group cosplay for The Shining of like Danny running around covered in snow, Jack limping with an axe, and then somebody as Shelley Duvall with a knife, like with her arms waving around. That's the first time I watched it. I was like, she is what?
Can we talk about the run?
The run is wild, man.
It's so good.
It's the scary movie making fun of Scream Run that Anna Faris does, the Muppet Run that she does. I never noticed it before.
It's very funny.
It's so great.
And then in the book Wendy, there are times when like Wendy calms herself down to think rationally about something. Wendy modulates her voice to talk to Danny, so because she's like being motherly towards Danny. And then there's a couple of moments here and there where Wendy in the book will be like, you can't do that. You can't treat me like that. You can't like not if not that explicitly, then just like less than that scene where he's like, when I'm in here and you hear me typing, that means that
I got, man, he's got it so good. Like that scene where he blows up on her. Like,
oh yeah,
it's
like,
very good.
Well, it's so good. I'm saying that she's just like being so sweet to him, and then saying like, "How's it going? Could I read some of it? I want to see what you're doing."
It's really tragic.
I'll come in and bring you some sandwiches in a little bit. I'm like,
so okay. Apparently that
I'm a
scene,
soy boy, I guess.
Jack Nicholson co-wrote that scene with them because he did that. He's like, I just did this thing to my wife.
Yeah, I know.
Like, can I tell you what I did? And they're like, that's fucking horrible. Let's put it in the movie.
Oh my god.
Which is, I mean, good on them for recognizing that he is an actual villain, but
he's so compelling to watch. One of my favorite movies and favorite books is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah.
And I think the Batman, Michael Keaton, is hands down. The Dark Knight is a phenomenal movie, but it's still my favorite Batman.
Pales in comparison to the first two.
Oh, God, it's so good.
So we're in agreement that Jack Nicholson's performance is good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For Batman?
For The Shining. Does anyone say it's bad?
Do you think it's bad?
No,
I can see people saying it's over the top.
It's not a subtle performance.
No,
by
he
any
doesn't do subtle
He's
performances.
playing for the back row for sure, but
Yeah.
like I'm here for. I love it so
That's
much.
why we love him.
He just looks crazed to
Yeah.
me. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
He's got like that hairline, and it's like it's all his everything looks fucking just a little bit off of him constantly throughout the entire movie.
And then just the hamming it up. What I was struck by this time watching it is that the hamming it up is playing to the back row, but it also strikes me as when I am fucking around and I'm alone and I'm having conversations by myself.
Yes.
I am this sort of big at times. I'm much bigger when I'm like fucking around like at a mirror talking to myself, which I don't do often.
Oh, dude,
it's fine.
When I'm cleaning the dishes and I got my headphones on,
It's
I'm a
fine.
fucking weirdo.
I literally hold my cat in front of my face, and I do stuff like this to him 24 hours a day.
But when there are two big hammy moments, three maybe. My favorite shot in the movie might be when Wendy accuses him of choking out Danny, and he's sitting at his desk, and it hard cuts to him, and he has his hands on his temple, and
Wide-eyed.
it's like slack jawed, like like, and it's so funny and dumb. And then the other time is when he finds out that the butler is Grady. And he like looks around a bunch to be like, "Hey, you know you murdered your wife, right?" But he like is very hammy in that, but it all works. And then he looks directly at the camera at one point. And,
Does he? Mm-hmm. Which time?
So is
it the freezer scene or the
it's
fridge
right
scene?
after Danny goes catatonic after seeing the naked woman.
Yeah.
And they put him to bed, and he comes up, and then she suggests like we've got to get Danny off this mountain, and he harangues her. And it's not quite clear in the movie, but I think the motivation is like this is his last chance. This job, if he says that like you want me shoveling snow, do you want me like checking groceries or whatever.
Wait, is this right before he gets where she hits him on the head? That's
No.
no, not the like.
But then he like yells at her, and then he runs out, and then as he walks out, he looks directly at the camera.
Okay.
This is before things get violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or before they get physically violent, because he's pretty emotionally violent towards her for the entirety of this movie.
But in the book, you're kind of like, yeah, this is his last. Like, if he fucks up this job, it's over for him. And that's a lot of like why they didn't immediately go like, okay, let's get Danny off the mountain.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is it though? Is it like how is it his last? How is it over for him?
Oh, so one thing that it's more explicit in the book, and I hate to do the whole book.
I know I'm fine with that because like we all know everyone who's gonna listen to this has seen this movie.
Seen the movie,
Yeah.
but not the book.
Yeah.
So he is in the book. He's a teacher. They make a reference a former school teacher. He has a student that's in his debate thing, and the student has a stutter. And the student's brilliant, and he's a star athlete. But when he's debating, he has a stutter, and he cuts him from the debate team. And the student has never lost anything or something like that. And he flattens his tires. He like pokes holes in Jack's tires, and Jack catches him, and his temper. And he goes like into a white rage and doesn't remember, and he basically beats the shit out of a
interesting.
student.
So that's a lot of backstory that they.
And it lends into the moment that is explicit in the movie of him breaking Danny's arm with the papers.
Yeah.
Two moments where his temper has completely destroyed his marriage and then destroyed his career, and he's both building both of those things back up.
Okay. So without that, it definitely feels like it's like this is just a job that you took so that you can have
right.
time
Yeah,
to
that's how
write your
it's-
novel.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and that's what he wants to present too, because it's like, I'm not a caretaker, but I'm a writer,
Yeah.
and I need this space and isolation to really get in there and write and in the book, it's a play. He writes a play about a professor and a student, and it ends with the professor killing the student. And he almost finishes the play. He is actively. It's not the all work no play makes
gonna
Jack
ask.
a dull boy is a complete Kubrick invention. And I
Really?
think it's the best thing that Kubrick adds to.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
so good.
It's fantastic.
I forgot how long and like how many pages she flips, and so fun. But also to be the PA that has to sit there. And
Well, it
type
was
that out.
his secretary did
Was it?
It was
Yeah.
Kubrick's secretary, and apparently it took her a month, and she did like it was like 500 pages in like 17 different languages because they shot them for all of the other. So it's like there's Japanese. She had to get a typewriter and learn how to type it in Japanese and type it over and over again, and like which is fucking crazy that he would do that to her when he could just hire that out. But yeah, again, Kubrick. Yeah,
Kubrick.
yeah.
What's y'all's relationship to Kubrick?
I think this is my number one Kubrick. I only saw 2001 in the last like 5 years because it always put me to sleep whenever I watched it. So I was dog sitting and I made a pot of coffee and I was determined to finish it, and I did. And now I've seen it like 3 times and I love it. Yeah.
This is the first Kubrick that I saw.
Yeah.
Like out of, I think I was probably too young to have watched this when I watched it, but
Yeah.
But I mean, I loved it. It was fantastic. I remember really liking because we all watched horror movies when I was growing up. Like, it was my mom is a huge horror movie fan. But 2001 is also like that was when I saw it. I was like, oh, you can make a movie like this, and I didn't know that before.
Yeah.
It was everything
10 years before Star Wars or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
and it can be slow and deliberate and
I love it so much now.
Yeah.
I'm watching like the VFX breakdown and how they did everything.
Ugh.
It still holds up so well.
Because like it did read to me as slow a couple of times, but now when I watch it,
It's so captivating.
it moves. Like I don't feel the time on it as
No.
much.
Oh yeah, no, I mean like it's not like painstakingly slow or like painfully slow. It's just like it doesn't feel the need to be like, oh, wait, look at me. You know, it's just like I'm clicking forward at a steady pace, and this is gonna happen. Where all the other movies at the time were like big action films or big horror films or big comedies, and they all had to have things that constantly grabbed you. You know, whereas 2001 was just sort of like its own thing.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of 2001 is when Hal goes, "Well, that just happened." No,
Oh my god.
Dave.
When he's all the lights are going by in the space shuttle, he's like, "Are you guys seeing this?"
We got company.
Or when he goes in through the doors to unplug Hal and he goes, "Here's Johnny."
Good segue.
No, I'm getting back. No.
Yeah, that was good.
What
no,
what
but
are
the-
the Kubrick's other movies? Eyes Wide
Oh,
Shut.
so there's 13 of them.
I did
I'm
not
gonna
like
do
Eyes
it.
Wide Shut.
I know I've
don't.
seen
It's not
it.
my favorite. I watched it again recently and was
It's a
like,
Christmas movie.
I see it as a Christmas movie.
This is a Christmas movie. Interesting.
The ending sort of if you like the ending of Eyes Wide Shut, then you like the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's just a kind of a perfect ending if you dig it.
Yeah.
What do
There's
we
theories of like
what do we do now? Let's fuck.
Yeah.
If you're into that, then you love that movie because it's like he goes through this whole odyssey about how he was emasculated, and a lot of Kubrick's characters. Like I don't think he has a lot of like really interesting female characters in his movies, but a lot of his male characters are like sorry, I'm stuttering. A thing about toxic masculinity. Like they're like. None of these men are crushing it because of their masculinity.
Sure.
And I think The Shining's like that. I think Clockwork Orange has that in it.
fantastic
fucking
movie.
duh,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, I watched Clockwork Orange in high school. Didn't understand it. I really enjoyed it. I tried to read the book. It's so
dense.
It's so dense. And I think I've only seen that movie once, but I've seen The Shining.
But that's
Dozens and dozens
what's his
of
name?
times.
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn that movie. He's so good in that.
Yeah.
It's
And what's funny
terrifying.
is Malcolm McDowell is when you watch interviews with him, he was like, "Yeah, I didn't have any problems with Kubrick. He was great. Lovely guy.
That makes perfect
He
sense.
actually gave me a ton of creative freedom." And I'm like, "All right, yeah,
I guess, man.
great, good
Cool.
for you."
And then what's Doctor Strangelove?
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
So good.
That's
I mean,
so
My
good.
favorite is a sleeper. I think my favorite currently is Barry Lyndon.
I was going to say
I
that's
have
the
not
one I have
seen
not
Barry Lyndon.
seen.
Yeah.
Give it a whirl because it's that thing of 2001 where it feels a little slow and you're like, why do I care about this one? It's a painting. It's moving very slowly, but then it's this sort of, it's also toxic masculinity. It's this asshole that keeps failing upward, and it's very funny. Ryan O'Neill's character keeps
love Ryan O'Neil.
falling into situations where he keeps failing upward and upward and upward and upward, and then when he sort of reaches his peak, of course, he does something to fuck it all up. But like, sorry, spoilers, but that's just the story structure.
Basic narrative. Yeah.
And
Bad guys
it's an
close in.
incredibly shot movie.
Yeah. That's what
I
makes
think
all of
it's
his movies
funnier.
so good.
Yeah.
It's funny. That's the other thing, that Kubrick is pretty funny.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I was going to say. Is I was talking to my aunt and my cousin last night, who he's 17 now, and he's watching like all the horror movies. He just is now. He's becoming a little mini me, and I love it. Like, he's watching all the horror movies. And I was saying that I think The Shining is funny, and my aunt, who isn't a big horror fan, is like, no, it's not. It's not funny. It's terrifying. I'm
When
like,
he takes the drink of Jack Daniels and he Looney Tunes crosses his eyes.
yes, it's so
Yeah.
funny. And you mentioned the Tuesday cut earlier. It is so
Pretty
funny
funny.
to me
Yeah.
that it's just this title card of Tuesday. Oh, the third day of the week. It's,
Well, I think that's
cracks me
also,
up.
it's funny, but it's also clever because it's like, it goes like the interview
Yeah.
1 month later,
Closing day.
Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 a.m.
yes,
Yeah.
it
You
gets
know.
smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think The Shining has a lot of funny moments.
I mean, I think a good horror movie kind of has to have something to break it up, otherwise it becomes tedious. You
Yeah.
know, it's those movies that are just like they hit you over the head and they just don't stop. Where it's just like,
I think when we see Halloran in his Miami like apartment,
Oh
my
that is
God,
so
so
fucking
It's hysterical.
funny.
I mean, honestly,
It just
his,
zooms out and it's like, okay, that's there, and then it zooms out again. It's like, oh, he's got two of
He's
them,
got two naked women.
and it's so funny.
his entire arc is hysterical. Like, I don't know if it's meant to be, but it's like him, and then when it's like, you know, he comes back and it's like, yeah, fucking Halloran's gonna save the day, and then instantly
Okay.
dead.
Yeah.
So, also famously, Halloran survives in the book.
Oh,
Does
does he
he?
really?
Yes. And
Interesting.
Doctor Sleep is actually an interesting movie, and I'd be happy to come back onto the pod to talk about that movie.
Well, I think we'll talk. I was
I
going
have not
to say, I mean, strap in. I wanted to touch on the miniseries, Doctor Sleep, and Room 237.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, we do have to talk about Room
Yes,
237.
yeah.
I want to talk about the miniseries as well. The 1997 one with Steven
yes,
Weber.
yeah.
Yes. Because I've never seen it, but
Oh,
Yeah,
it's hard to
bad.
find.
oh, it should be.
Yeah, it's
Should be
pretty
harder
bad.
to find.
Is it?
Because, like,
It's a sci-fi original, right?
I don't remember.
I think it was ABC.
Is it ABC?
But Halloran, so we can talk about Dr. Sleep for a second. Halloran survives in the book. Halloran is sort of laid low, but Wendy sort of helps him. He helps Wendy, and they sort of help each other get into the snowmobile and get out of there. And most importantly, during the epilogue, Halloran and Danny have this intense bond. And Halloran's basically like, I'm going to take care of you. I think one of the things that is lobbed against Kubrick a lot is his coldness. Like, all these people act like aliens in his movies, and there's like not a lot of warmth. Whereas in the book, there are a series of acts of kindness. Like, 3 people do extreme acts of kindness to get Halloran up the mountain.
Yeah.
And then Halloran's actions are a huge act of kindness. And then when Kubrick just goes, fuck you, bam, I could imagine Steven being like, what the hell? And then, so that's what happens a lot in Stephen King books, where it is dark and he's written mean little books, but there's always this core of like compassion or whatever,
Yeah.
like well-meaning characters or
Yeah, Carrie's date comes around, you know, and then he sadly dies at the end. But he comes around and is rooting for her.
And then the one girl that I can't remember her name, but the one
Hit
girl
her,
that
Billy hit her, yeah.
that bullies her, but like, I'm going to give my prom ticket to Carrie. I'm
Yes.
not going to go to prom.
Yeah.
And she survives the whole incident because she repents and has an act of compassion.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend dies because of it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the
but yeah.
boyfriend's got to die.
Can we talk about the sort of intellectual masturbation around this movie in Room 237?
Before we do, have you watched Welcome to Derry yet?
I've seen
This is an ongoing
3
topic of discussion.
episodes.
Well, it's relevant to this episode
yeah.
for sure.
I love it.
And Dick Halloran is
That's
in
why I
it.
was
Yeah.
going to talk about it, because
Yeah.
I'm not caught up on it. But when that happened, I I got a little upset, and then I got into it.
Because the other thing that might piss Stephen King off is Dick Halloran is like his fucking Sam Jackson.
I know.
Nick
Yeah.
Fury. He shows up in a bunch of different books here and there.
What
And
other books though?
I think he shows up in 11/22/63.
Does
as
it
Kennedy
Derry.
one?
I might be wrong, but he is in Derry in Welcome to Derry, and then the James Franco character. No, the I can't remember the protagonist's name. Incredible book, by the way.
And 11/22/63.
The miniseries
the
not so
Franco
much
character.
though.
No,
No.
incredible book. He goes to Derry in part of his time traveling journey, and he's like, "This town fucking is weird, and it sucks. And what is happening?"
The character from 11/22.
Yes, yeah, the one that's trying to stop the assassination of Kennedy there's a huge chunk of that book, not a huge, but a sizable chunk, where he's just in Derry and being like, the whole town is haunted. I don't understand what's happening. But I liked Welcome to Derry, what I saw. It does feel sort of like, it as a book and as a concept is about cycles of abuse and how the adults are almost more scary than Pennywise, and it's about the cyclical nature of abuse. And Welcome to Derry sort of feels like, hey, we're gonna kill these fucking kids, and it feels like fun.
Yeah.
It's that, and they're making like Pennywise almost like a Thanos character, like in a way.
Oh, really?
Well, because it's like an expanded universe.
So they're like humanizing him? Like, what do you mean?
No.
by that? Like,
Just like he's a big baddie, and he'll come back.
I thought you meant like there's like people who are gonna be like, hey, Pennywise had
Thanos
some good
was
ideas.
right. Yeah. No.
I mean, what suggestions are you offering?
It's only every 27 years.
Yeah.
Anyways.
How else is he supposed to live?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You want him to kill himself? No,
He's got to
no.
He's got to season the meat by scaring them. What, you're gonna have your steak without salt?
You gotta have salt. You got to. Okay, room 237.
So
was
I've not seen this.
I've only watched
so-
half of it because I hated it.
I thought about watching it today before you guys showed up. I have seen it. I saw it 2 years ago. It is bananas.
It is.
But it is just a really interesting, like, I mean, it wasn't as like these people are crazy for thinking this thing about, but it's more about the
space program one is crazy.
That one's baffling. Yeah.
Do you know about this one?
I'm not sure. Are you talking about like how they think Kubrick faked the moon landing?
They think that The Shining is a subtle message that Kubrick is admitting that he faked this.
Okay, I have
moon
heard
landing.
this talking about like the Apollo
11 sweatshirt, which I want, by the way.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's such a good sweatshirt. It's that, but
I don't know much
also-
about it, but I do know that's a thing.
It's the documentary is more about the links that people will go to justify what they're thinking, which is dangerous for sure.
Yeah.
And it's such a fun watch to be like, how did you get from here to here? There's no way.
It feels like.
And why is Kubrick like this center point in Hollywood? That's like, why is he also giving hints about like this or
like somebody would have killed him?
Exactly. Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're a cool director and all, but if you expose this national secret, you'll disappear, and that'll be the end of it.
And like the parts of The Shining, the movie, there's one guy you never. I don't think you see anybody talking directly to camera. It's all VO of like these documentary whatever. And one guy literally says, "At this moment, I realized he was talking to me." And he was telling me the truth about the moon landing.
Oh, well,
and it's either the part with the sweater or it's the part early in the movie, because this guy, whoever was talking, saying he had heard this theory about the moon landing. I think I have this right, that Kubrick faked it, and then he watched The Shining, and he was like, "This is the moment where my belief was confirmed." And it's in the car in the very beginning of the movie where Jack goes, "There you go, sweetie. He saw it on the TV." Basically saying like everything you see on TV.
That's pretty good, Jack Nicholson.
that was really good, honestly.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. So it must be real, right? So like that was the message communicated to this person from Stanley Kubrick that the moon landing was faked. And then in the Apollo sweater thing, like the biggest leap is the carpet flips in that scene. If you watch it,
Oh, like a continuity error.
yeah, it's literally they shot it one way, and then they decided to shoot it the same way, but the carpet.
From Kubrick's The Odyssey, which I've read, I'm obnoxious. A lot of that was intentional. The maze-like nature of the hotel and the continuity errors. It was like whatever's great for the shot, we're not gonna.
And I
worry
love that
about
when a director has that mindset.
So he's not. and that discordant nature of it, which is like when I'm watching it and I'm visually like paying attention to it, I don't see a lot of it. But the thing about Room 27 that I don't like, it's this sort of like academia, because I had a liberal arts major, and it was 4 years of this like, hey, you're gonna engage with this piece of art. You've got until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning to finish this paper. You're going to latch onto one thing, and you're going to intellectually go down a gutter until you're done. And I don't know how fruitful that is anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, and I think college kids and high schoolers should absolutely do that. Learn how to think, learn how to engage with art, with the symbols of the movie. But I also fucking hate it.
But you can also just consume this as like an art piece.
And I'm not trying to be snooty and say that we shouldn't have critics or we shouldn't have academics about art. We absolutely should. But like, also, it's just like the first one is that Stanley Kubrick used a lot of Native American stuff.
Yeah.
Famously, Pet Cemetery was the Indian burial ground, not in The Shining book. But Stanley Kubrick says this was all, built on a Native American burial ground, which turns out Native Americans don't like that trope.
No, and it also didn't need to be there.
It doesn't need to be there.
That was I've since I was very young. I remember that, like, because it's like the end where they zoom out and it's a Native American burial ground or something, right? Or it's pretty late in the movie that they reveal that.
I do think that. No, it's when.
It's
Ullman's
interview in the beginning.
giving them the tour near the maze.
That's the old Native American burial ground.
There's art on the wall, and
there's art. There's the baking soda, the can of the baking soda. There's the Wendy and Danny racing, and she goes, the last one to win has to make America clean again, which is from that famous Tear commercial.
Yeah.
What?
With the Indian crying. Do you know?
She says, make America clean again?
Oh, shit.
Is that what she
Sorry,
said?
Reed's letting his MAGA get in here.
Clean up America or something. It's a very famous slogan from the Indian crying.
MACA.
Oh,
MACA. MACA. Make America clean again.
Jesus
But I do think
Just imagine him watching this. He would never watch this fucking.
But like Stanley might have been like, we need a decor for the hotel, and it's really interesting to me to be like, this was built on the bones of Native. This was built, all of this wealth, this bougie hotel was built on, the slaughter of Native Americans. And I think that's as far as maybe, Stanley famously overthought things, but but then when you're like, this movie is about the slaughter of Native Americans, it's like, no,
it's not.
It's got it in the background, but that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
It's just like a plot point. It's not barely.
It's not even a plot point.
No, it's
like tangential at best.
No, it just has some backstory of the location of, like, what does he say? They built the Overlook because of the Olympics in 1907 or something like that, and skiing was there.
Not skiing. It was actually built for it was for the jet setters, actually.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Because it was that class of Americans that were able to just fuck off and do these like whirlwind tours around the world, which had never been able to be done before airplanes. And it doesn't have good skiing. And it was built for its seclusion and beauty.
Yeah.
And in the book, never made money. The hotel never made money. It was sort of a vanity project of this one wealthy guy. Some mobsters took it over at one point, and then this family, I can't remember their name. You get a lot more history of the Overlook. I gotta read the book. A cursed place.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, one of the other theories from Room 237 is that number 237. They're like, the moon is exactly 237,000 miles away, and it's like, okay, I know in the book it's room 217.
And the Timberline made them change it.
The Timberline, made them change it because that room doesn't exist there.
Yeah.
And so that was debunked immediately. And they're like, well, like every single person it's fucking pre-QAnon mindset of like, no. I believe this. You can't change my mind.
Well,
kind
that's
of
that's
attitude.
conspiracy theories as a whole. Is like
Yeah.
they're just like this thing that no one else has caught on, this weird little thread that if you just pull it, it all falls apart. It's like no, it doesn't. They're not related. You're adding that,
Yeah.
But so have you guys ever been to the Timberline?
I would love to go.
I've been to the Stanley and Estes Park. I've not been. So I've been to the hotel that inspired Stephen King to write the book, but I haven't been to that one, the where it was filmed.
I've been to we went up there one time. We were in. I have friends that live out in Portland, and he was like, "Oh, let's go up to the Timberline for brunch." And we drove up. It's like an hour away from Portland, or 45 minutes. It's not far at all, and it's cool. Fucking packed at all times. It's hard to believe that they even shut it down because apparently since they built it, it's been like super fucking popular. So it's like it was not spooky at all. I was very disappointed in that, and I
Did you
don't
get
think the
any
hedge mage
chills?
exists actually.
There's
No.
a hedge mage at the Stanley. They've
Yeah.
sort of like
Yeah,
Stephen King was here, and we gotta milk this.
do it.
Yeah.
Did we both say hedge mage?
I said hedge
I think I
mage.
said hedge mage. Yeah,
Is that not right?
maze.
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 Oh, maze.
A hedge mage is a wizard that's not a part
Oh,
of
I
the
see.
citadel.
I understood. Got it now.
He's not a mage.
It went in one
official
ear, and I'm like,
capacity.
yes, that is correct in my ear.
I read that Stanley Kubrick. People were complaining that the maze was too mazy, and he was to prove them. He was like, "I'll just do it real quick," and he got lost in it for like hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That maze is insane.
Yeah.
It is.
Like when the
Wild.
shot from above.
I
where it
love
zooms
that
down
shot.
on it,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
incredible. But it's also just like, oh, you could die in there.
He did.
Yeah,
And then
well,
Jack
at least
did.
somebody did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the other wild theory from Room 237 that they linger on for a while is the mystery window. Do you know anything about this? It's the window to nothing, which is in Ullman's office in the beginning. It's a camera pan following Jack, and you're seeing over his shoulder as he's walking towards Ullman's office, and there's a hallway down, and you see people walking down another hallway like left and right, but he makes an immediate left into Ullman's office, and Ullman has a window behind him. Now they break it down. Someone's made maps and everything. Like they're like, the structure of this hotel doesn't make sense
Because it was in a studio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly. That's the thing. And Kubrick just, I mean, he wasn't around to see Room 237 came out in the last like 15 years, I think, right?
I have no idea.
I think he had died. Yeah.
Yeah, he is already gone.
He died in 99, I believe, or somewhere around there.
Yeah, but every single person's like, it's just a movie studio.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah,
that hallway
and he
isn't
intentionally made the mazy aspect of the hotel feel like when you're traveling with Danny and he takes like 3 left turns and he's in a different hallway. It is a little bit like, wait, what?
there. Yeah,
How did that happen?
I love those shots.
Yeah.
It's so good. My favorite small detail is when he's at room 237 and the door's locked, and then he gets back on his trike, and then he takes his right hand, and he pumps the wheel to try and get it moving again. There's just something about that I love so much.
Oh, we haven't even touched on Danny Lloyd yet. He's so great in this movie.
He's so very good.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, apparently he didn't know that they were filming a horror movie the entire time.
He was told it was a drama.
Yeah, he was told it was a drama. The whole talking to the finger thing was just something he came up with. And
Well, how
Danny isn't here, Mrs. Torrance.
how is Tony interpreted in the book?
Tony is a part of his subconscious. He is not. He lives in his mind, and he appears to him in windows and stuff. He like visually appears to him as sort of a dark figure. And then towards the end of the book, Tony is sort of Tony is Danny having to be an adult and engaging in adult things. So Tony is sort of an amalgamation of Danny and his father, and sort of this like adult, like part of his psyche having to grow up really, really quickly and help him out with these big things. And it appears pretty much after his arm's broken.
Which they talk about in the movie.
Yeah, which they talk about. And Danny
isn't
shows him
changed.
things. There's a lot more in the book about Danny knowing things that he shouldn't know. Like, Dad's lost his play. He's going to get really, really mad if you don't help him find his play. And the movers moved it underneath the stairs. And Tony showed him where his lost play is. And then they're like, Danny, how did you know that? You're not supposed to go down there. And he's like, Tony showed me. And there's a lot more in the book about his parents like looking at each other and being like, this kid is fucking weird. How does this kid know this? And then there's a whole extended sequence of a doctor being like, oh, the emotional intelligence of this child is out of this world. And he's picking up on all of your divorce thoughts and stuff like that. But it's no more than high intuition. And then the parents there's this whole debate of like, no, he knows things that he couldn't possibly know.
Yeah.
In The Shining.
Yeah. It's like the whole Tony thing was always probably the freakiest part about the entire movie to me.
Really, yeah. I do think that voice is incredible.
Yeah.
And how he can turn
And
it
he
on
can't wake up Mrs. Torrance.
Well, it's when he's talking to himself in the mirror in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that part where he's talking about Tony knows he's
Gonna get the job.
Yeah, he's got the job and he's about to pull up to tell Mrs. Torrance. Oh, it's so great. Yeah.
How do you feel? Because the thing is, I don't remember. I remember watching this in high school, and I remember the night I watched it because I was on a big Kubrick thing, but I don't remember how I engaged with any of it. How do we feel about the red rum reveal?
Oh yeah, I don't. It's so long ago that I don't remember it being like yeah, I don't like a revelation. But
I knew it was
must have
murder
been.
from the Simpsons episode.
That's
or the
yeah.
Treehouse
It's,
of Horror or
it's just
something.
always been there.
Yeah.
So the reveal. Watching it last night, the amount of quick zooms that are in this movie to Halloran, to Red Rum.
He loves that.
Yeah,
so much,
I never noticed that before, and
Like,
it happens. With
he
Red
loves the
Rum,
little
yeah.
music stabs, and he loves the quick zooms and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
it feels
I don't remember when Red Rum. It might have been The Simpsons. I just feel like it's always been in, pop culture and the zeitgeist of like, oh, Red Rum backwards is murder.
Yeah. I think when you're an adult and you're listening to this kid and he keeps saying red rum,
Yeah.
you can make it so that you don't understand that that's murder backwards. But as you're reading the book, you can kind of be like, wait a minute, that's murder backwards.
That's true. You see it. You're
Weird,
just
he keeps
looking
saying
at the
this
letters.
word. It's
There's
just
a
like
lot
murder.
of Stephen King where he tells you what's going to happen. Like like a quarter through Carrie,
Yeah.
that some horrible tragedy is going to happen, and it's like watching a train wreck,
Yeah.
I
or
love that
a
book
slow motion
so
car crash.
much. It's so great.
Carrie's fantastic.
Carrie,
Yeah.
she
I've
is.
never seen the Brian De Palma movie.
Oh, really?
it's really good.
We've
I-
talked about that a bunch.
It's
on this
silly
movie,
too.
yeah.
I
There's some-
read Carrie for the first time a month ago, and I need
Really?
to watch it. Yeah.
Oh,
It's.
gosh.
I would say it's possibly Brian De Palma's best movie.
Should
you
I
guys wanna
watch
pause
the Chloe? What's her name?
Chloe Grace
Fanning?
Moretz.
Oh, no.
Should I watch that one first?
Oh, did they redo it?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
2013
with who's her name
from
Hannibal? Oh God, the redhead.
I've seen it. It's not terrible.
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
It's that 2013 era remake city. Everything's. Oh, Judy Greer's in it.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
do love
she plays
Judy Greer.
the I think the gym teacher or something who slaps Carrie at one
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. The movie's fine, but it's
They're called breasts, mother.
you know who's really good in the remake is Julianne Moore. She plays
That's
her.
the mom I was
yeah.
Yes,
looking
yes,
for. That's
yes.
the
yeah.
mom.
She's so good in that. Actually, who did this?
I
Did this?
I've never. I honestly didn't. I don't think I knew it was a thing. It didn't even enter into my world. I'm not a huge fan of remaking movies that are pretty fucking great to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
So like,
I can't. Is there a movie? There's got to be famous versions of movies that are the remakes better than the Airplane.
well, yeah,
shot for shot remake.
yeah. It's just like a straight up remake with jokes in it. Yeah, did you not know that?
Airplane, the parody Airplane with Liam Neeson is pretty much a shot for shot parody. Like if you go and you watch the what was it called, Airport?
I think it was
Or-
called No, it was called like
What?
hold on, I have to look it up. I always thought it was Airport 77, but it's
Something
not.
like-
It's something else. But yeah, I'll look
Is it
at
just called Airport?
I think so.
And from 1970 with fucking Burt Lancaster.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's just a terrible movie, and they took all of these things. So like the jokes in the movie become like this guy telling the story about his time in the war, and there's all the flashbacks, and he's like, and then the lady like hangs herself because she's so bored with the story because the story in the original movie was so fucking boring that it was just like that's all it is.
I didn't know
It's a
that.
shot for shot parody. Yeah.
What do they call the
What?
Zucker
But what's
brothers?
brilliant about it is it kind of holds up on its own. Like if I did a shot for shot parody of Lord of the Rings, you need Lord of the Rings to appreciate the movie.
Yes, yeah.
But like you can just watch Airplane and it'd be like
0 hour.
0 hour.
Zero
That's
hour.
right.
Okay. 0 Hour.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But it's also why Airplane 2 couldn't really do what Airplane did, because they didn't have they were trying to make something new out of something that exists as a parody.
I'll tell you a remake I like. This is a pretentious answer, but it's A Fistful of Dollars.
Oh.
It's a shot-for-shot remake of Yojimbo.
Yeah.
A Kurosawa movie.
It's I've seen both, and they're both great.
God,
honestly.
Yojimbo's so good.
Yeah.
Kurosawa is one of my favorites, very obnoxiously.
Oh, fantastic.
I still have a little film bro left in me.
Well, I mean, and what's the other one? Seven Samurai?
Yeah, that's
Magnificent
one of
Seven.
my favorite.
We've been talking about watching that for over a year now.
We have. I was like, you've
It's
never seen
real
it's
fucking good.
so good.
Well, I want to watch it at, I don't know what your system is like at your place now.
I got a sound bar now. I lost the surround sound.
That's
Gave
okay.
up. But I got a new TV, which is fun.
Did you? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, let's make that happen.
Yeah, Seven Samurai is fucking amazing, and they
been saving
famously remade it as Magnificent Seven,
Yep.
which is also, I mean, Yul Brynner fucking amazing in that, and
I
it's
really like
incredible.
the Chris Pratt one.
I'm kidding.
This is the exact opposite of what we were talking about.
Seven Samurai is what got me into secular humanism. Yeah, it's a big part of the Kurosawa thing, secular humanism. And now I'm just secular. I'm a little cold on humans.
Yeah, exactly. The humans is where it falls apart for me.
Yeah.
But, but I feel like there's another. Oh, you know what's a really good one is Solaris. I don't know if you've ever.
Yes, I need to do that. I haven't done those.
They're both wonderful, but the remake, I think Clooney did it. I want to say, or he was in it. I don't know if he actually produced it or anything, but
It's got like Dakota Fanning in it.
it's so good. And talk about like a deliberately slow movie.
Yeah.
Don't sit down if you're like, I'm just gonna nestle in here and get warm and watch this, because you will fall asleep. But if you can stay up for it, it's absolutely beautiful.
You know what else is beautiful? This movie.
The Overlook Hotel.
The Overlook Hotel.
No, the cinematography.
The opening shot, man. It's so
That's
pretty cool.
I mean, it was me last night sitting on that couch with every light off with my noise canceling headphones, full screen.
Yeah,
just,
you got a pretty decent setup.
substantial
You have a
TV.
good. We should watch Seven Samurai in here.
I was thinking
actually,
maybe we just do it here.
because you've got a good screen to couch ratio where my TV is a little small.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is the whitest podcast. Anyway,
Screen to couch ratio is a fantastic metric.
That's our new tagline.
I was gonna say tell my girlfriend to listen to this, but I will no longer.
She's gonna get mad about your screen to couch ratio. You're bashing our screen to couch.
We either need a bigger couch or a bigger fucking TV.
But I mean, and then famously, one of the cinematographers quit due to exhaustion.
Yes.
But Kubrick basically is his own cinematographer to a certain degree.
I'd imagine that anything that a cinematographer is going to present will be met with Stanley Kubrick pushing back on it.
The guy that quit out of, I can't remember if it's the guy that quit out of exhaustion or the guy that replaced him, but one of the cinematographers on The Shining said, completely changed how I worked. I learned so much. If Stanley Kubrick wasn't a film director, he would be the most sought after cinematographer in the world.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I mean, really good directors have that vision of like, this is what I want this to look like, and your job is to help me. I mean, it's also pretentious directors do this too, but it's like, we work together to make this happen, but ultimately, I want you to make it.
Is it John?
like
Is it
what
John
I see.
Alcott? Because
I think that sounds right.
He did 2001 and he did A Clockwork Orange and Barry Lyndon. But
And this is the movie that broke him.
This is the movie that broke him. Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe. He died in 86 from exhaustion.
6 years after the...
Yeah. He was
7
so
years.
tired.
So tired.
But what's fun, there's a couple fun things about this movie in terms of cinematography. It's the steady cam was just invented.
Yeah.
They had the inventor of the steady cam like on set.
The
I just saw a video of,
Panavision, the
like-
Panavision Steadicam, is that the one they
I
use?
can't remember.
Yeah.
I saw videos of that guy testing the first Steadicam invention, just like running through in LA, just like running through the streets and like following this lady, and it was like.
And Kubrick
pretty
gave
incredible.
them notes. He like watched the demo and he was like, "Hey, I can see the shadow of your rig in this frame. So you want to take that out of your demo so people don't steal your idea."
So funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he was very taken with the technology. And then all that sort of Danny whipping around corners on the trike was Steadicam stuff. And
so
the going through the maze and following him through the maze was all new technology. 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah,
incredible.
I think Halloween was one of the first movies to have Steadicam. But I love the opening shots of this movie, following just the car through the mountains and the music playing.
The helicopter shot.
Yeah. I always forget the credits are just the scrolling blue
weird.
Yeah, it's just not part of
Kubrick's
the
title sequences are always a little weird.
They're always weird. All
Yeah.
yeah. So I always forget that. But yeah, those helicopter shots are next level.
Yeah.
They're so fun.
It is funny because going off of like last month, I guess we talked about The Thing, which is like Carpenter's title sequences are always like, wow, this is incredible. I can't.
Yeah.
How did you achieve this? And then Kubrick's like,
he burnt
blue.
a special he burnt a special paper that revealed the thing. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just such a stark
I had my secretary
difference.
do it.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange's credit sequences is kind of weird, if I remember correctly. It was like it's that primary color thing.
Yes, the blue and red.
It's all washed. It's like,
orange,
But it keeps
kinda-
cutting back to him in the milk bar, right? Is
Yeah.
that
I
how it
think
is?
so. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, like it's a beautiful fucking movie. I think it's actually. It might be next to 2001. It might be his best looking movie.
I think Barry Lyndon has a claim to that as well.
Oh, really?
But
See, I need to watch it.
I
Yeah.
do think that Barry Lyndon is consistently. It looks like an oil painting, and they lit it completely naturally.
Oh, really?
Who's in Barry
It's
Lyndon?
insane. Ryan O'Neal. That's
Ryan-
it.
Oh, right.
That's
Okay,
pretty much it.
Which is
Um,
also notorious fucking asshole,
asshole,
but
too.
so fucking good.
he's very good in that movie.
You ever see Paper Moon?
I saw it like when I was very young.
It's one of my top 5 movies. I mean, of today. It always changes,
Yeah.
but yeah,
There's
Tatum
somebody
O'Neal
else.
and Ryan O'Neal.
There's somebody else that says Paper Moon is their favorite.
My mom.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was talking.
You were
to
talking to my mom?
I was talking to Reed's mom.
My mom loves that movie.
it's so good. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tatum O'Neal always reminded her of her sister, I believe.
Oh really? In that movie specifically?
In that movie
Okay, that's funny.
Interesting.
Her sister was a con man.
Yeah.
I forget about the silly moments in this movie every time I watch it, and the silliest moment to me is when Wendy is running around the hotel, and then she turns a corner, and there's a bunch of skeletons
Yeah.
there. It's
Yeah.
so funny to me.
There are people that like that. And
I love it, but
Yeah.
it's so out of place.
I will say that Kubrick does take that out of the European version and he
Really?
leaves it in for the Americans,
Are you
which probably
serious?
says more about Kubrick's opinions of Americans and Europeans.
Huh.
What was his reasoning for it though?
I think that's the one thing that feels a little like
Hokey.
haunted housey,
Yeah.
sort of like.
Oh, it's very very
Yeah.
that, and then it cuts to the guy with the giant gash in his head, like some party, isn't it? Or
yeah,
something like
that's
that?
that's lifted directly from the book.
Oh, is it? Okay, great.
Yeah. Great party, isn't it?
Great party, isn't it? Well, I didn't know he cut that out for the European version, because I know
Yeah.
famously he burned every deleted scene and extra footage.
There was a whole epilogue that Ullman visiting them in the hospital.
Yeah, at the very
that
end.
we will never see.
Really?
It's very much like what is it like? Psycho. They do the Psycho thing at the end,
yeah.
where they justify why Norman Bates is
I'm
this
very
way.
glad
blah,
that they
blah, blah.
didn't do that.
Yeah,
Like,
and
what your husband experienced was blah blah, like that kind of fucking vibe.
he's like talking
Oh.
to Danny, and I think he goes into detail about Grady, but no, he burned it because he said, "I'm gonna die one day, and I don't want director cuts of different things."
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because I mean that is like once you have a movie and it's done, you don't need to 15 different fucking cuts of it, adding like 6 frames here and there.
Yeah.
Like that fucking Alien when we were talking about that, where he went through and he shortened all these scenes and was cutting scenes by like frames. It's
Cameron?
like, yeah. He's just like
Ridley
cutting
Scott.
it just a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit here and adding in like whatever, and it's like adds like 6 more minutes of stuff, and then when he was done he goes, damn it, I don't like this.
Yes.
And he
Yeah.
releases it anyway because they paid him for it. But
Yeah.
Although Blade Runner is interesting because of that, though. I like Blade Runner Final Cut versus the shitty voiceover that they made them do. But then there are people that love that voiceover version.
I've never seen the final cut.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it just basically doing what the voiceover does.
It's recut, and then it doesn't have the voiceover, and you can follow along just fine.
That's good.
You have to really pay attention to figure out at the end that Edward James Olmos, Admiral Adama, is basically like, you're also a replicant. Spoilers for Blade Runner.
Sorry. For a
Harrison
40-year-old
Ford
movie.
is a replicant. That's also in 2079.
Is he? Is he a replicant? Oh my god! And that one?
Media literacy is dead.
There's this is
I saw that in theaters.
Yes.
which
Yes.
one?
2049.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't like
2039,
2049.
I love that movie.
I do
beautiful.
too.
It was beautiful. I didn't feel like Harrison Ford needed to be in it. I think if he
Fair,
if he hadn't been in it, I think it would have been a really good
It's
movie.
the same thing with Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
100%.
This all would have happened if Harrison Ford wasn't here.
My favorite thing about the Denis Villeneuve Blade Runner is how pitiful Ryan Gosling is. He's just fucking, and then he dies pathetically in the snow, and it's like, yeah, this movie rules.
Yeah, I love that. I would love to see just leave that whole weird Vegas part out and just.
You didn't want Elvis in the hologram?
Man,
The giant pink lady.
It was very pretty, but yeah, there was so much
Is that
needless stuff.
Ana
in
de
it.
Armas, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Ana
yeah?
de Armas' first like big role. I think.
Yeah. I think that scene where he has like that projection of his girlfriend on like the other girl.
Oh yeah, that's
That
real
scene
fucked
is-
up. With Mackenzie Davis.
Yeah, that is Mackenzie Davis.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Yeah, but I mean it how it looks is wild. It's so cool how they do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Gorgeous
it's great.
movie.
You know what else is a gorgeous movie?
What?
The Shining.
You already used that one. You
yeah,
got to come up with a new segment.
Well, do you want to
Yeah.
talk Dr. Sleep at all?
So okay,
We
I have
can.
never seen Doctor Sleep,
Oh, you
but
haven't?
but I'm not opposed to some spoilers. So
I wouldn't spoil it too much for the people that are listening.
Yeah.
It's an interesting movie because
I only saw it last year.
yeah, because Halloran does not die, and Flanagan is adapting the book, but he's also appeasing his WB overlords by incorporating a ton of Kubrick stuff. And Flanagan does not work like Kubrick, but he really does a good job of like evoking the imagery and like using all of that imagery. I like the director's cut a lot more than the theatrical
That's the only
cut.
one I watched,
You're
yeah.
supposed to watch. Yeah, you're supposed to watch the director's cut. There are things I don't love. Rebecca Ferguson, I love.
yeah,
Rebecca.
she's
We've
fantastic.
talked about
yeah.
our deep love for Rebecca Ferguson. I could watch her do any part anytime.
She's the main bad guy in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's incredible. And it is sort of themes of it. It's about the exploitation of children. And Danny. Okay, this big spoiler that isn't like a huge spoiler is the question that Stephen King kind of asked himself was, does Danny drink like his father drank?
Oh yeah.
And the answer is yes. And the more complicated answer is that drinking helps him not it dulls the shining
Okay.
for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's more of King using alcoholism as sort of a funnel for this stuff and trauma and burying trauma and all that stuff. But mostly it's about people going around snatching up kids and sucking out there's something called steam. They find kids with the shining, and then they have a longer life by taking it from them.
So it's like Democrats.
It's
Okay,
yeah,
I was about to say that. It's very Illuminati.
It's adrenochrome, yeah.
Yes, it is. It's adrenochrome.
Pizzagate.
Yes, Pizzagate. Exactly.
Well, I think a sequel podcast episode is on the horizon because I would love to talk about it with the two of you.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Which one? Sorry,
Dr. Sleep. Like,
Yeah,
like,
I've
like,
been
have,
meaning
have
to
you
watch
back
it,
to talk
so, yeah.
Dr. Sleep because I want to revisit that one. 'cause
Man,
It's
I'd be
you
fun.
and-
I can do all the King episodes.
Ewan McGregor.
Sweet. Yeah. Yes.
Right?
And
I
he's
love
so
Ewan
good in
McGregor.
it.
And
too.
Rebecca
He's good.
Ferguson. I'll watch it. Yeah.
He has in the movie. He's like doing his American accent.
That's true. That's so true.
And it's not.
Yeah,
It's fine. I love Ewan McGregor, but
It's
his-
so funny to we live in Atlanta and like so many things are shot here. Like we talked about when we did Weapons, seeing them outside of Manuel's Tavern. I was just like, well, I'm out of this movie for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
'cause,
exactly.
It just is breaking my brain right now.
yeah, that
They do the
happens.
same thing in Doctor Sleep, like the plazas in Doctor Sleep.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, well, I'm out of this movie for like 10 minutes. I got to snap back into reality. And that happens a couple times.
It's jarring. It is jarring when you see something where you're just like, I know where this is, and
He
it's
goes
not
to-
what you're telling me. It
at
is.
some
Yeah,
point-
and everyone that lives in Vancouver is like, fuck you, buddy. This happens all the time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they go to like Marietta Square, which is where that is my stomping grounds in high school.
Yeah,
and it is,
yeah.
I watched it. I mean, I recognized the plaza right away, but it like took me a second because I haven't been to Marietta Square in like 10 years, and I was like, wait, whoa, I know that train set. You know, like it's still there. It's crazy. So I love that movie.
I'll try to when I watch it, I will try to
My
keep my mind on the movie.
my only critique of Doctor Sleep, I want to hear your thoughts about this.
It's been a couple of years, but yeah.
Huh?
It's been a couple of years since I've seen it.
Well, it's not really. It's that I haven't read the book, but what's the director's name?
Mike Flanagan.
He does like The Haunting of Bly Manor and the House of Usher, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I think that movie feels more like a mini series than a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say that miniseries feels more like books than a movie does. Like,
Yeah.
Carrie as a book feels like a movie.
Totally.
Right. But then most books don't feel like movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
So when you're adapting a book, if it feels sort of like a miniseries, I kind of let it slide.
I think I need to rewatch it again because it was a lot of. I mean, you have the core characters in it for sure, but so many people in it. But it flows. It works for sure. I did not expect the ending of what happens at the end without spoiling it for Davey and our
Well, I
entire
can't. I was going to plug my
of
ears,
Seven.
but then I still have to listen to
No,
this back.
don't spoil
No,
it.
I don't
Because
want
I
to do
actually,
that.
I don't really. I remember big broad strokes from reading it. I was thinking about rereading it recently. Well, I have it.
Right there. But really great movie, and you should watch it.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it. It's here. I'm going to put it on my list.
I have a question since it feels
yeah.
like we're close. No,
I don't know.
I mean, we
Yeah,
do
sure, yeah,
we
we
do
can-
whatever we want to do.
longest episode yet. It is The Shining.
That's true.
Does this movie still scare you?
No.
No,
Yeah,
not even honestly, not even in the slightest.
Nope.
And
I've seen it too many times.
I've seen it too many times, and I also feel like it's like if they had included a lot of the backstory, like what you're talking about, like giving him motivations beyond it just being a supernatural thing, sort of like taking over his mind, it would have felt scarier to me.
Yeah.
But like it was never really, I never really felt scared by this movie at all. Some of the imagery when I was young was just like shocking. Like, you know, the old lady when he's like making out with the old lady in the bathtub.
Yeah, big gross out moment.
Yeah, big
there's
gross out moments. Yeah. And then
The twins.
The twins were, I mean, fucking.
They're not twins, guys. One's 8 and one's 10 years old.
Oh my God,
Sorry, I'm
but
gonna be that.
hey,
dude.
you know what? Stop looking so much alike. That's what I always say.
They look like twins.
But there was like moments where I remember like the imagery stuck with me, but the story itself never really was super scary to me. Like one of my favorite things about Stephen King is that the horror that he writes is more like existential. You know, it's not like you're not going to be like, I can't turn my lights off in the room because Jack Torrance might come in and fucking axe me to death because, you know. But it's like, can I see myself this happening to me? And that's what I like about his
Yeah,
horror.
it's like It, which I think is one of his scariest books.
Yes.
And I might have said this already. The parents are the adults are the scariest
Absolutely.
thing.
Her dad is a
her
fucking,
dad,
yeah.
but the mom that has Munchausen's by proxy is terrifying.
She's so scary.
In the book, and Pennywise is there too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And okay, so you've seen the remake of it, like the last two?
Yeah.
I think they're great.
I do. I have
think
problems
they're-
with chapter 2, but I think all the adults.
Stephen King says that too
Yeah,
in
I
the
mean-
movie.
Yeah,
I think I liked the miniseries, the Tim Curry miniseries.
Yeah.
me too.
Better?
That was formative for
Yeah.
me.
That's
maybe-
very wise of your dad, Georgie. Very wise
Yeah,
indeed.
it's so fucking
That might be like the first time I was scared of a movie was watching
Yeah.
that miniseries. Like it haunted me for years.
Yeah, my best friend had
Ruined
us
me.
over. We watched it on a giant ass laser disc.
Hell yeah.
hell yeah, flipping it over in the middle.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think it was like a 4 discs or something because it was
Oh,
long.
wow.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
4.5 hours.
And it was terrifying. The scenes in the libraries, the opening scene.
That's what.
Okay, so
I
the
had only
balloons.
seen the library scene. I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we might have talked about this.
Yeah, like my dad was watching it downstairs, and it was a school night. I snuck down just to see what he was watching, and that was the scene that was on. Didn't know what it was. Didn't know who the fuck Stephen King was. I was probably like 4.
But you knew Tim Curry.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely recognized Tim Curry from the jump.
From
Yeah.
Rocky Horror Pictures.
I was shot out the womb
No,
as a virgin. I wasn't a virgin. But that scene with the exploding balloons and the blood stuck with me for years. It was crazy.
That and I mean, they didn't go in much in the movie actually, or in the miniseries, but all the basement stuff in that book is like really fucking freaked me out because that's one of the only Stephen King books that I read, and it's like 1,000, however many
like
fucking
1500
pages.
It's one of his longer ones.
Yeah.
The Stand, I think, beats it. But
Yeah, It was, I also read The Stand.
Stand's great.
Stand's fucking wonderful.
Is the dome good? Under the Dome?
I love. So I think The Stand and Under the Dome are the same. Where it's like, oh my God, so good. And then these are the books that Stephen King gets his reputation for bad endings.
Yeah.
I kind of like the ending of Under the Dome. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But the Under the Dome has an incredible sort of pro-MAGA sort of stereotype of like, it's a judge in the small town. So when this town, the premise is that a small town is put under a dome and is cut off from the entire world. And who takes charge?
Yeah.
And the people that take charge are not chill.
Yeah.
Surprise. They scream the loudest.
Yeah. And there's a judge character, I think. No, or maybe I'm conflating that with a different one. Anyways, the main bad guy of Under the Dome is kind of an incredible sort of. He kind of reminds me of the Murdochs. Do you know about the Murdochs?
Yeah.
It's that patriarchal sort of like dude.
I watched. They did a series of that. Right?
They did a miniseries on HBO.
Was it a
With Patricia
miniseries? I thought
Arquette.
it was like a whole show. I thought they did multiple seasons. I could be. Maybe I'm conflating it with something else.
Well, and I might be wildly wrong. I read Under the Dome probably 20 years ago or whenever it came out, 15 years ago.
I remember being like seeing the first episode of it.
Oh, it's like 3 seasons.
Like 3 seasons, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
seeing the first couple episodes probably.
I
and
watched the
being like,
first
"Oh, this is
season,
neat."
and then they
Yeah.
departed from the book, and then
Did
it got
they?
very CBS. And
It felt CBS to me.
That's right.
Like when I was watching it, and it's like CBS has a tendency to get really good things and ruin them. You
That's
know?
Well, and I mean,
what,
Stephen King's hard to do correctly. Like getting that balance of the horror, which is not that horrible. He writes mean, horrible, gross out stuff at
Yeah.
times, but mostly he writes compelling characters in mostly naturalistic settings. Like real people dealing with the supernatural, and sometimes the real life stuff is worse than the supernatural stuff. And then when he does pure fantasy, it's also very good. I like The Dark Tower. I like Eye of the Dragon, stuff like that.
Did you Life of Chuck? Did you watch
I
that?
have not Life of Chuck
You
yet.
recommended it. to
I
me.
love it.
I need to do it because
had
I
a
need to.
great time.
This is another example of me wanting to read it first before
Sure,
Yeah.
watching the movie.
I can see that.
It's a mini story, right? Or short story.
Short story.
it's
yeah.
a Bachman?
It's a mini story.
Is it
a
Bachman?
mini
Is it a
story.
Bachman?
I think is it a Bachman?
Don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, it's.
He's written 60 books and countless short stories.
Yeah.
It made me cry.
It's such a good movie
Yeah.
that I like, and like like what I was saying, it doesn't really fit what we do, what we talk about, but
No,
there
no,
are
no.
elements of it that are just like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
I had no idea where it was going the whole time, and it was a blast.
it's wonderful. Yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. So,
Yeah.
but you know what else I can't recommend enough?
What?
The Shining.
The Shining.
We're trying to think of Dick Halloran.
I was trying to get to Dick Halloran, but so okay. Obviously, the ending of this movie is fucking fantastic. The whole maze sequence is absolutely insane
Yeah.
and beautifully shot. And like, I always have to put myself in Jack Torrance's his foot in his shoes in this part, because it's like, okay, so I want to kill my kid. My kid's in this fucking maze. I'm gonna go. Because that's where I would be. Let's be honest.
Let me get in that headspace.
Yeah.
You guys aren't eating this jingle jangle.
I had a bunch of it. It's good. It's very good.
Okay.
I don't want to eat on mic.
Oh, you don't mind.
don't mind, it's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But like, I feel like there's, I don't know. Would you have fallen for this? You think you could have caught the kid? Is what I always am like. I don't know if this kid could have really.
Well, he's supposed to be drunk.
Oh, that's true.
Kind of.
That's true. Yeah.
He's drunk. His head is injured, and his leg is injured.
But is he actually drunk? Does he? Because there's no alcohol there. So is he? He's drunk
In
on
the movie, I guess not.
He's on ghost juice at that point.
Oh yeah, how do they handle that in the book?
He's drunk.
He's
so
drunk.
they don't get rid of the booze.
The hotel provides him with lots of booze.
Got it. Interesting.
Because I
But
always
it
watch
is this thing of like, what's real, what isn't, how much of this is like, there's still, clearly the hotel is an entity, it really does thing. And even in the movie, who who left the keys. It's under no doubt that there are ghosts there. It's
Absolutely.
not all in everybody's head or anything like that.
But like, doesn't the guy even say like,
But
we're
Lloyd's-
taking all the fucking alcohol? There's no alcohol.
But Lloyd is there. Lloyd gives him drinks. He actually parties with that 1920s flapper. There's an extended sequence where he's partying with them. That's sort of cut short in the movie by Grady spilling the fancy drink on him and taking him into the bathroom, which is also an incredible scene.
That scene's amazing. I didn't know that in the book he has alcohol. That's interesting.
The only thing that's physically really in the hotel is cooking sherry, and he does not touch that. But the hotel provides him with
the entity of the hotel. I see.
Lloyd
I thought you meant
provides
like
him with
Ullman.
20, and so he's like in the halls drunkenly singing and coming
Interesting.
but he falls. The hotel uses the wedge of alcoholism because he's only 5 months sober. He's white knuckling it. He was really in it. The hotel sort of wedges that his desire and his resentment for having to get sober. Like he resents his wife and his child,
And he's forced to be stuck with them in this hotel.
Yeah.
With them.
It's a recipe for just a quality vacation.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So that's interesting though, because that's always been a big question for me about this movie is how much of it actually happens to him and how much of it is just this psychosis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
and I mean, I guess that is the whole question of the thing.
I mean, that's the whole thing of like the cabin fever and going crazy. What is it to go crazy? And there's a lot of that where it's like, he sees things all the time, but he's like, I'm cracking up. That's not real. Danny can't be psychic.
Yeah.
That's not real. And then to your point at the end, I think he is in such a state. He's like gone. He is the hotel, like management. And then the one part that bothers me is that he clearly knows to follow the footsteps.
And then they
stop. And then he's like, I'm just going to charge forward in any random direction.
Exactly.
where
You
I'm
go,
like,
no more footsteps, turn back around.
Yeah.
But
So how is that portrayed in the book?
Ooh.
Hi, Alyssa.
hi.
You can't be sneaky.
Oh, we don't pause.
No.
We soldier on.
Where there, then the audience is going to wait in silence. No, so in the book, it's a boiler. One of the big things about it is he has to, as his caretaker job is, he has to heat different parts of the hotel, and keep things,
Which they
from
mention in
falling
the book.
apart.
Yes,
But the boiler explodes in the books, and there's a giant explosion, and he goes down there to try and save the hotel. And by then, he's not Jack Torrance anymore. He's this weird entity that the hotel is completely subsumed. And he goes down to try and save the hotel from exploding, and he does not. And Wendy and Halloran and Danny all survive just as the hotel explodes. And famously, Kubrick, in his annotated version of The Shining, just wrote in the margins, "Fuck the boiler,"
That's
and went for something a bit more colder,
Wait, so
he
the-
tends to do.
The maze.
Well, the
is
maze
a
wasn't in the book,
The
right?
maze is not in the book. They're hedge animals.
And they come to life or something?
And they come to life. And there actually is a very scary sequence.
I'm going to steal both of your cats.
You can have them.
Thank you. Nate says I can have them. It's on record.
You can borrow them.
No.
Since you
that's
don't have a
fine.
mic, no one can hear you protest.
And if anything happens to them, we're going to bury them in a cemetery.
cemetery.
We're not gonna murder them.
We're not. We're going to bring them back, to life.
Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
There's this really incredible sequence with Jack he's trimming the hedges, and it's the way that it's described is actually, I remember actually kind of being scared reading it, where like the hedge animal is a dog that's begging for a treat, and then he turns his back, and now the dog is on its haunches, and it's Weeping Angel rules. It's like, if he's looking at it, it doesn't move, and then as soon as he looks away, it's like a lot closer. And this was written in 1976, and I was like, Weeping Angels still works, still scary.
Yeah.
When did Doctor Who first do that?
Mid-aughts, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
That was a Stephen
David
Moffat.
Tennant.
Oh, was
thing,
it?
yeah.
Okay. Because who's been around since the 60s?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, well, actually, famously, speaking of Kennedy in 11/22/63, Doctor Who premiered the day after 11/23/63.
Really?
Yeah. And they were worried that they weren't going to have good ratings because they're this huge thing that had never happened before. American president was shot. But apparently the British people didn't care and they tuned in.
Why would they? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I do feel like that it was probably good of them to not try to do that for the film because I don't
know if it would read. I think it could
Yeah.
be scary.
Well, so I mean, I can't say.
I don't think Kubrick would be the one to do it.
No.
And if we
Yeah.
want to talk about the more quote unquote faithful miniseries, people like, if you go to the internet comments about anything like an interview of Stephen King shitting on The Shining, there are so many like white men in the comments just being like, well, it's a masterpiece and Stanley Kubrick rules. And also your miniseries, your more faithful miniseries really sucked. And like, yes, it did suck, but it didn't suck because of the
I
source
didn't know you followed me
No.
on TikTok, Reed. That's crazy. I'm just kidding.
The whole thing is like Stephen King is really good with the source material pretty much across the board. Like his books that are good are fucking great.
He's only got like a handful of stinkers, to be honest.
There was I remember reading one a long time ago about like it was not Christine, but it was about another
From Buick.
From Buick.
Is that right? Yeah, it was like a patrol car or something for like a state police thing. Yeah, it was just like, this is fucking stupid. You already did this one. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But his fucking the source material in this is fantastic. That's totally different than writing a screenplay,
Yes.
And I guess he famously wrote a screenplay for this, gave it to Kubrick, and Kubrick was like, not reading that.
Well, no.
Didn't even bother to read it.
And I think
good on him.
Kubrick was pretty dismissive of King. He famously was like, he's a good plot guy. And
Yeah.
it's like, really? And you don't think any of these characters clearly he thought some of the characters were
Yeah.
interesting, but all the motivations are different. Wendy's kind of different. Danny is
who
pretty
did
different.
Stephen King imagined Wendy. There's an actress that he was like, this is the type of person I imagined Wendy being, and I can't remember.
Well, it's very funny because I remember.
Was it Goldie Hawn?
Yeah, I
That
think
would
it
have
was.
been interesting.
It was like, I think Kubrick's portrayal of Wendy is misogynistic.
Yeah.
I always thought of Wendy as a babe. It's like, what the fuck, Stephen King? What are you talking about? Well, and that's like Stephen King to a T. He's compassionate and well-meaning and liberal, but he doesn't quite always get it.
Yeah.
He's like, Stephen, have you met a black person before ever?
Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange, that's who it was.
Which
Yeah, that's
would have
her.
been,
Jessica Lange is actually really great.
yeah.
Yeah.
But in Kubrick's version of this, it doesn't make sense.
No, not at all.
For
It's
Jessica
Shelley Duvall.
Lange to stay with Jack.
She would
Yeah.
beat the shit out of him.
But I think that actually makes for a more interesting thing than just. But I mean, it's so heartbreaking, that scene where he's haranguing her. So it's a masterpiece. I'm not shitting on it.
I mean, and it's like Shelley Duvall, obviously fantastic.
Incredible.
She's incredible actor and everything. I mean, like while she was filming this, I guess Robert Altman heard how good she was doing and was like, "I want you to do Popeye," like immediately after this.
Well, she did like 4 Altmans before this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say that like Kubrick could have cast someone that he didn't have to psychologically torture.
Well, yeah, but would he have though? Like the question being that
It was just a single.
Yeah.
He has the single-mindedness of like, I have to get it. I have to get this. We have to do it. And instead of like recasting her or going back to square one or having a conversation about it or just, but it was not in Kubrick ever to say like, well, she's fine. We'll just get
Yeah.
what we get. But the performances in all Kubrick movies are all so fucking weird. I honestly think that this is sort of the best acting in a Kubrick movie.
I agree.
I agree.
With that, yeah.
Because
specifically Shelley Duvall, honestly.
because his method of doing a bunch of takes until it gets flat and boring, the actors sort of lose their way. They've lost whatever they wanted out of the scene. Everything gets really weird and disconnected after having done so many takes. And then you kind of come out through the other side of that. And that's why you have so many of these weird, stilted, alien type fucking performances, and like Clockwork Orange and everything that he does.
Which is actually, it's funny, like, because that feels very Altman-y as well, where it's just like, shoot how it feels right now. I like how that feels. I don't care how it works with everything else.
Anti-Altman, though.
Oh yeah, I guess so, because it's not like you're shooting for a perfect thing and doing it over and over again. You're just doing it until you're like, oh, that was cool. Does that work? And if everybody agrees that would work fine, then move on and we'll make a movie later.
Because Altman has such a different working style that Shelley was like, she wasn't prepared for Stanley.
Oh, it's got to be whiplash.
Yeah.
To have somebody like Altman and then go to this
She could
super controlling
improv
fucking
and
guy,
like she wouldn't like, and Jack was allowed to improv, but Shelley kind of wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
that's why you get like the bar scene. I love the bar scenes so much. Talking to Lloyd, that second bar scene is so fun, and he's just giving it his all.
Oh yeah,
it's so great.
Just the hammy sort of like when he's telling the story about breaking his own kid's arms, and he like does these big whiplashy looks around to see if anybody's listening. It's so dumb. It's such a dumb performance.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah,
he's so good at that though, like the over the top facial expressions and everything like that, and it's just like it. I don't know. Like I try to imagine somebody else in this role.
It's hard.
It's hard.
He was kind of the it guy in Hollywood at that point, right? Like,
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He wasn't conventionally good looking, but he was so good in every role that he did that I can't imagine. I mean, maybe De Niro at the time. I don't know.
But would that have been
Niro
good
would have been
though?
interesting.
I don't think it would have been good.
No, it would
because he plays things. De Niro plays things. He's over the top, but he plays things really subtly over the top. You know, and it's like he's always just like reserved. Like, what are you doing? What are you gonna? You killed your wife. Aren't you the guy?
And in the mafia movies, it's like what is De Niro like not allowed to say, or where like in this hyper violent moment where somebody has power over him, like he's there's a lot of hiding. There's not like a lot of uncaged De Niro.
Exactly. Like a Joe Pesci would be a better choice than a fucking De Niro.
Man,
Pesci is Jack would be wild.
Would be insane. Well, and okay,
I think it's a miscast, but I would love to see it.
I'm trying to think of somebody that has that same
light of my life.
I can't do it, Joe Pesci.
That's pretty good, actually.
That was actually pretty good.
In the miniseries,
Am I a clown?
Had Steven Weber
funny?
from Wings.
Yeah.
And did not work at all because he's not that guy. You know, he's like Steven. He's Wings. He's fucking like affable and like, hey, he's the ladies' man, and look at him, how cool he is, and everything like that.
What about Leslie Nielsen in this role?
Leslie Nielsen can do anything, or could have done anything.
Too deadpan.
Yeah.
Liam Nielsen.
Actually,
Liam Nielsen is actually kind of an
that's actually would be.
Who's an angry actor these days?
Today?
Adam Driver.
I'm so sick of Adam Driver, though.
I like Adam Driver.
I just think it's just like I feel like he has done a lot of things, and he hasn't shown much range in anything that he's done.
Well, I mean, but you can't praise Jack Nicholson and then shit on Adam Driver.
That's true. Jack Nicholson is kind of the opposite of an Adam Driver, though, where it's just like Adam Driver is more like I'm just like an emo kid, and I'm like whatever, and then I can get angry.
A bit more reserved.
Yeah. And Jack
he's
Nicholson's just like at all times, you know, and it's cool, but I don't think I couldn't see Adam Driver doing it.
A Marriage Story? He's not very reserved in that.
Yeah, A Marriage Story was hard to get through for a lot of reasons.
Yes.
Famously chill movie.
Yeah.
I don't know who's another angry actor these days. Like in recent...
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day is
Actually, that would be pretty
Winnie,
fucking...
I'm gonna bash your brain. It's all these high pitched voices.
Yeah.
Bash your brains in.
That's good.
That actually would be pretty good. You know what though? For real. What's his name?
Glenn Howard.
Glenn Howard.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You're
Honestly,
so
great. He would be incredible.
would be so
I am a golden god, Wendy.
Have you seen The Strangers?
Yes, he's great.
He's so good in that.
So
Yes, yeah.
he did also that Blackberry
I was going to
movie.
say I need to
never
watch
seen
that.
Joe Barenthal, I think is his name.
Oh, John Barenthal.
John.
Yeah.
And he has that weird ass haircut and everything.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about anger? It's an incredible portrayal of someone who has so much anger and like
Wealth.
wealth and
The scene where they do the
incredible.
the free texting revelation. He's so good in that scene. It's
I need to watch it.
wild.
It's been on my list for forever.
I've only seen that scene.
Yeah, it's one of those movies
but
where you watch it
incredible.
and you're like, it was a really great movie, and then like, but it wasn't like tell all your friends.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's that middle of the road movie that's like that was such a solid, great movie with incredible performances in it. That now it feels like it's all or nothing. Like it's either has to be the best thing in the world or it's the most mediocre
Yeah.
or terrible thing in the world. But
yeah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch it. I like movies about niche things like that, where it's just
so
like,
good.
why would you make a movie about the BlackBerry? And it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna watch it and find out, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when they started the It's Always Sunny podcast, and they started as a video podcast, and just one day, Glenn Howerton shaved his head like that, and he couldn't say why, but he just showed up one day just like that, and they didn't talk about it.
That's so funny.
And I mean, eventually he came clean of like what he was doing because he had to zoom in. But for the longest time, it was just Glenn Howerton talking about his role as Dennis with that haircut.
That's so funny.
And then seeing those scenes, it was like, oh, this is so worth it.
I was in LA for a while, and he was sitting in a coffee shop, and he like pulls up and walked in. I think it was the closest thing to starstruck I've ever been. Where I'm like, I'm not going to talk to you,
That's
but
a
I
golden
see
guy.
you.
The only time I was super starstruck, I got to meet Stephen King.
Oh shit!
You
Really?
did?
Yeah, very, very briefly.
Did you
I
hit him
never
with your
talked
car?
about this.
No, I got to, I was the
Did you
guy.
send your rabid dog after? I don't know.
So I was. This is back. We're gonna go to the beginning of the podcast. This is back when I was assistant directing, and I was assistant directing a zombie movie. And Royce Mann, our student council president candidate, was a very young child in it. But anyways, he was. Royce was in the Alliance's play, the musical.
Oh,
the Stephen King musical that I can't remember, which was fine but not great.
cool.
With John Mellencamp, and I got to go meet the cast, and I got to shake.
John Cougar Mellencamp?
Yes,
What?
Mellencamp did the music, and I got to shake Stephen King's hand, and I remember going dry hands, so dry, so dry. But then I was talking to the cast, and Mellencamp interrupted me, and I was like, "Fuck you, John Mellencamp." I was in the middle of a conversation, asshole.
I would have loved to.
I
have-
just remember
Where-
being
sorry
like,
about
"Hey,
him."
Stevie could have interrupted me, not you. But yeah, it wasn't much. I just got to shake his hand. And
That's
say-
cool, though.
I kind of froze up. I didn't like. What do you say?
That's the best thing to do.
Because
yeah.
I've met a lot of celebrities through the theater before, and when you're working, you kind of have like a script that you can do. It's not
Yeah.
like you can ask about the work. You can get them like set up and stuff like that. You can be professional in those scenarios, but when you just meet Stephen King in a theater lobby, it's like, what do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
Just
be like,
out
you're not
in
going
the
to have like
wild.
a deep conversation with
No.
Stephen King in the 30 seconds you're there. So the
What do you-
best thing to be like, hey man, wow, you're
Yeah.
Stephen King. Love you. Good job.
I've read a third of your work, which is 600 hours of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you currently reading anything by him?
I just finished The Shining.
Yeah.
I've been on a huge Stephen King kick. I read Dolores Claiborne is one that I had never read before, and I read recently.
even heard of
Fucking
this.
so good.
My mom loves that book.
So good.
Yeah.
It's basically one long monologue about a woman in a police interrogation room. She's just telling her story, and it's one of the most compelling characters that Stephen King. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, Stephen King saw Kathy Bates in Rob Reiner's Misery. We don't have to get into it, but and Stand by Me and Misery. But saw Kathy Bates, and then he wrote Dolores Claiborne for Kathy Bates.
Oh, that's
and
great.
then they turned it into a movie with Kathy Bates, if I remember correctly.
I mean-
that might be something I saw on the internet. But I
That's
don't know.
amazing. Yeah.
But it's incredible. Her as a character is incredible. I read Carrie for the very first time. I read the first 4 Dark Tower books again.
There's 7 of those.
7 of them. I enjoyed them. They're sort of the glue that makes Stephen King's books a cinematic universe.
Yeah, it's
Before
his
that was a
MCU.
thing. It's
Yeah.
his MCU, and only well, not only, but there's like a chunk of books that are in the Dark Tower universe. Not every single Stephen King book is sort of
But he's in it too, right?
interconnected. He's spoilers. He He wrote himself into the 7th book.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do know how it ends, and I
Don't
kinda,
spoil it.
I'm not going to, but
I like it.
I love the idea of it. I have not read the books, and my friend was just like explained it to me, and I was like, "That's fucking wonderful," and I don't
It's
understand why people are mad about it.
Very good.
Yeah.
There is one thing that makes it extremely good. I can't talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah, Dark Tower's incredible. There's some stuff that doesn't hold out up. There's an upper middle class black woman character whose father made like a fortune doing dentistry stuff. Her name's Odetta Holmes, and she has what he calls schizophrenia in the books, but it's dissociative identity disorder. But and it's in The Shining too. They talk about he's schizo. Schizo is sort of this blanket term for any of this stuff. They didn't quite have labels for these things. And she has a dissociative identity disorder, and her other personality is a racial stereotype. It's what an upper class black woman would think of as a lower class black woman.
That sucks.
And it's Stephen writing it, and it's a tough hang. And you know what else is tough? The audiobooks, because it is a white guy doing the patois.
That's
So
rough.
so there is a part in the second book that is really kind of hard to get through, but once you get through that, the third and the fourth Dark Tower books are great. I love the latter ones. I even like that he wrote himself into it because he kind of earns it.
Okay.
I think he does. It's kind of incredible.
Yeah.
I really when Roland meets Stephen King, I loved it. When the main character, when the gunslinger meets his author, it works for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need those. I have so many Stephen King books I need to read.
They're great.
Didn't they start making that? Like they did a gunslinger movie?
Oh my god. Yeah. I
No,
haven't
they
seen
did
it.
they did a Dark Tower movie.
They did a
and
Dark
they,
Tower
like,
movie.
combined everything into one. Is that right?
It was just very poorly made. It was well cast. Idris Elba,
Yeah.
and then
McConaughey. After his Oscar
Randall.
win. That was his post-Oscar fun thing to do.
So Randall Flagg in the Dark Tower is the main bad guy.
He also the main guy.
He's
in
the main bad
Stand.
guy in the
Yeah.
Stand.
That's the same character.
The
Yes,
devil.
it's the same character.
Well, I
basically.
knew. I didn't realize.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so McConaughey is playing basically the bad guy from the Stand.
I
Fun.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I've never
Visually-
seen it because apparently it was awful.
It's got some of
the-
the worst reviews, but like the visuals in the trailer, I'm like, this looks fun. But
What?
then it was
You're talking about the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
And Idris
yeah.
Elba played the gunslinger,
Yeah.
which is great casting.
It's so
Oh,
good.
I might watch it. No, I mean, knowing nothing about it, it might be better going in. No, okay, maybe not.
I hear it's pretty bad.
It's
but-
pretty bad.
Yeah.
A lot of times when they try to do that stuff, it's like, yeah, you just can't. Don't just either commit to a Game of Thrones style fucking. This is going to be
Just
7
go,
seasons of a
yeah.
TV show, and we're going to do this fucking.
think give it time,
And,
yeah.
Ron Howard famously had the rights to Dark Tower for a while, and he was he really wanted to do like Gunslinger as a movie, drawing the second book as a TV show, the third book as a movie, the fourth book as a TV show, and like if you read it, that makes a ton of sense. And Howard never got it done. He was too busy making Hillbilly Elegy, apparently.
That's awful. Fucking.
And
I have a friend that worked on that, and she was like, "We all thought it was going to be so great when it was like we were filming it, and then it came out, and they're like, this is so bad."
but right now, Mike Flanagan has the rights to it, and he has written treatments
They're
of it.
making it-
Flanagan. I hope Flanagan gets to make his Dark Tower.
He's doing Carrie. They're doing
Yes.
a Carrie TV show.
Yeah,
Oh.
which I have mixed feelings about.
Yeah, it
I would
doesn't-
rather him do Dark Tower.
I just
Yeah.
leave Carrie alone.
I mean,
We don't need
leave
another Carrie
alone. I
fucking
guess
property.
Brian De Palma. It's a little
Hashtag
like
leave Carrie alone.
Yeah, finally. But like Matthew Lillard's gonna be the principal in it.
All right, I'm back in.
I know, that's why I'm like,
honestly,
well,
it's like now
fuck
I'm
me.
okay with
But
it.
it's
Do we
an
know
am-
who's going to play the mom?
I don't know.
Audience, hold for some quick googling.
Old.
I also, while he's doing that, I don't have a lot of faith in Mike Flanagan TV shows. That Fall of House of Usher is absolutely awful.
Usher, yeah, I thought Haunting of Hill House was good. I didn't love
okay, Haunting of Hill House is
Usher.
fun. Usher was just like it's.
But, you know, he directed Life of Chuck, the movie that
Yeah.
you just...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like his movies, I think are fantastic. I don't
Yeah.
have a lot of faith in his like extended series. Haunting Hill House was okay. It was fun, but like I think it was like it's an easy one to make pretty cool because you just gotta like have some scary parts in it, and it's gonna be fun.
Shirley Jackson. Yeah.
So we do have a Carrie.
Fall of House of Usher felt like a American Horror Story.
It did feel a little Ryan Murphy. And we want to talk about fucking things that I don't like. I loathe Ryan Murphy's properties.
We finally come to some common ground. I hate Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
You don't get to like say it's camp. It's just bad.
It's just
bad acting.
And I don't understand.
And he's ruined Sarah Paulson's career.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, yes, he did. At the same time, she never has to worry about work ever again because he puts her in absolutely everything.
Yeah.
But, man, American Horror Story is some of the worst television ever made.
Yeah. I even tried to watch I tried to give it multiple shots, mostly because of exes. And even the Asylum and the Witch Season, even then I was just like, I can't do this.
Asylum, and I was excited about Freak Show. I skipped Coven, and then
Coven is the one thing.
My friend told me to watch the Apocalypse one or whatever.
I lost track. There's like Hotel.
Yeah,
and then
it's got Billy on the Street. What's his name?
Billy Eichner.
Billy Eichner's in it. It's dumb.
Does Ryan Murphy do American Crime Stories too?
He does. So he did.
Seriously? Because I like the O.J. Simpson one.
The O.J. Simpson. Oh wait, I don't know if he did the O.J. Simpson one. He did the what's his name? One? Jeffrey Dahmer one.
The monster. Series.
Oh, monster series. That's what it is.
Which people have been famously chill about.
It's okay.
I hate the sexualization of like real killers. It's
Thank you.
Fucking baffling to me.
Okay,
I think Evan Peters is a good actor. I wish he would stop doing that.
Yeah, I watched the Menendez one because I've always like
I refused.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's absolutely fucked up.
Because they did nothing wrong.
Well, I 100% am like.
They're innocent, sexy boys.
They are innocent, sexy boys. No, he takes the opposite approach of it. He tells you that they're basically like. He's like, everything they're saying is a lie. That's what you walk away from.
Well, that's problematic in itself too, because
exactly
that takes away the nuance of like you should. Like, I don't think you should have a thing where it's like the parents got what they deserved, but
you should at least be able to see like
cycles of abuse.
Yeah, exactly, and like why they did what they did. But he does this thing in the fucking Menendez movie where he has series where he has Nathan Lane as an omniscient narrator, as like a fucking reporter who like lost his daughter to some sort of violent crime or something, and so he's over the course of
lens of what the story is told through.
Yes, okay. It's told through to you through the eyes of a guy who was a reporter on the case, and he's just telling you why they're bad, and it's so fucking stupid, but it does have one of the best. It's the only good thing Ryan Murphy's ever done, and it's one of the best pieces of television is one episode of it. And you don't have to watch any of it. Just watch the one where it's like, I think it's like episode 5, and it's Lyle Menendez. It's a one shot of him giving a testimony in an interrogation room, and it's unfucking real, but it has nothing to do with Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, clearly somebody else was like, can I do one good episode?
I'll admit to being a big Glee fan at the time, but what a cursed show to watch now.
Was that Ryan Murphy?
That was Ryan Murphy.
I never saw a single episode.
And then just so much tragedy around that show.
Is it really? Like what?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Corey Haim? No.
Haim committed suicide, correct?
Corey Haim was in Glee?
No, not Corey Haim's a different Corey.
Corey Haim was the Stand By Me kid, right?
Yeah.
No, that's Corey Feldman. Corey Haim was, but yeah, they were best friends.
The Corey.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Corey. But he overdosed.
One of the women died in a boating accident with her child recently, and then one of the main characters on there was arrested for child pornography.
Oh wow!
And then there's Leah Michelle's in it as well. What? The shaved head guy.
Oh yeah, I could generally stay away from shaved head guys.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'm getting that right and that I'm not saying that somebody was arrested for child pornography that wasn't arrested for child pornography.
Okay, the cast of Glee, huge sponsors of this podcast, so get it right.
Sorry, Lee Michelle, you can read. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, but no, the shaved. Wait, I don't know. But I'm looking at a different shaved guy, and he committed suicide from Glee. Jesus Christ, dude! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Glee's a cursed show.
Was somebody on Glee like killed with a sword? Maybe I'm just. Is this a dream I had?
with a sword.
It's a dream you had.
I think it's a dream.
You know a movie that had a lot of dream logic?
What's that?
The Shining.
Very nice.
Oh, very good.
I'm eating a pretzel, but I'm going to stop to say very nice segue.
Wait, I was going to say, you know what Ryan Murphy's doing next with the Monster Show, right?
What?
He's doing Ed Gein.
No, I hate it.
Just
I know.
stop, man.
And it's Charlie
Well,
Hunnam
and I do
as
think
Ed Gein.
Manhunter kind of did a
Mindhunter?
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter. Oh, then that was great.
Manhunter was the Hannibal's
Yeah, the Hannibal
thing.
first thing.
What are the odds that David Fincher could do it better than Ryan Murphy?
Well, I think those are very good odds.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Fincher's working on his Social Network sequel, which is baffling that that's happening.
And Jesse
That is
Eisenberg not
baffling.
coming back for it?
no, it's Jeremy Strong. Jeremy Strong.
I don't know.
Whoever.
I'm not going to watch it.
Oh, yeah, the Succession guy?
Yeah. He's gonna play Zuckerberg now.
Do they have to license stuff? You know,
He's not
to-
Weasley. Well, he can be Weasley.
Well, he's playing Zuckerberg because it's all about everything leading up to January 6th.
Oh, that's okay.
Like it's all about like misinformation and all that shit.
Oh,
on
okay.
Facebook.
So
It's
they.
a snapshot movie.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe I'll
But
watch
the
it.
fact that he's making a sequel is wild.
It is weird.
It's
well,
weird.
And Sorkin's not writing it, I don't think.
No, it's Fincher doing writing and
Oh,
directing.
Fincher's writing it too?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
'Cause
You know
the-
what? You know what movie he's not writing? The Shining.
The Shining.
Zodiac 2.
Wait. Is this your favorite Stephen King movie adaptation?
No.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Because it's a good movie, but it's not a good adaptation. But what is y'all's favorite?
Maximum
Oh, God.
Overdrive.
It's gonna have to be Shawshank or Stand By Me. I mean,
Yeah.
the non horror ones. But I mean, I liked the It miniseries. The Stand miniseries is messy, but God, it's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
I just have like a child memory of my parents watching that week to week when it was coming out.
It's
and,
so
like,
good.
recording it on VHS
It's-
and
it's got a lot
rewatching
of
it over
incredible
and over.
Gary
stuff.
Sinise in
Yeah,
it.
he's so
the
good.
opening sequence. You want to talk about post-COVID stuff? The opening sequence with "Don't Fear the Reaper," where people are just dropping dead of the
Yep.
superflu, is so good.
Yep.
Did you watch the what is it, 2022 or maybe it's 2020 that they released The Stand?
I did. I watched it and Scars. One of the Scars guards was Randall
Yeah.
Flagg.
Yeah, it's
and it's not good.
It's not
apparently.
good. It's messy. I mean, it's like the other original one's messy but fun. This one's messy and a
Not-
slog.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 9 episodes. Alexander Skarsgård.
Alexander
and
Skarsgård.
James Marsden.
Yes, which I love James Marsden,
And
but
Whoopi Goldberg. Whoa.
There's
she
like,
plays the there's rats in the cone.
Amber
I'll tell
Heard.
you a
Holy
sneaky one that I absolutely adore, and I don't know if it stands up. Is 1408 with John Cusack.
I really like that.
That is
movie.
a Stephen King.
The
short
hotel
story.
Yes, it
movie?
is, yeah.
Yes.
The haunted room or whatever.
haunted
That's
room.
very
Sam
fun.
Jackson
Yeah.
and John Cusack. Yeah.
Oh wait a minute. Is this the one where it's like he's like a detective?
No,
No, what's that one?
He-
oh,
he's-
that's I'm thinking about the. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's a writer of he writes about haunted hotel rooms
Yes.
as sort of a travel log thing.
Yeah.
And he's constantly looking for, a real haunted hotel, and he's never had one, and this is his first like real haunted
That's
hotel.
That is such a fun
but
movie.
it's the thing about it where it's like the Overlook, it's the entire hotel, and the Overlook it's more, The Shining's more about like this sort of Oedipal like father and son battle thing. This is a bottle episode
Yeah.
about a guy who quit smoking recently.
That's what it is, yeah.
And then what? Doesn't he have a dead wife or something?
I'm sure he does, yeah.
I do
we
remember
watched
seeing this movie
in
now.
high school, like junior year. We watched
I
it.
remember loving it.
It's so fun.
I bet the CGI doesn't hold up.
Oh, I'm sure it doesn't.
I mean, I haven't seen it in almost 20 years, but like, yeah, I bet it's okay. There's not
Secret
some
Window is
wild-
another Stephen King. There's just so many.
Cujo is up there for me. I love the Cujo movie.
Oh, I gotta say, the Pet Cemetery too.
Yeah.
wait,
the
two?
Scene Gauge,
As
where
well.
Oh, Pet Cemetery as well. Yeah,
the original.
the ankle. Ooh.
Oh God, yeah,
yeah.
with Herman Munster.
Yeah.
yeah, man, that was okay. So speaking of scary movies, like things that actually scared me, because I saw that was like 92, something like that.
Yeah.
And like by that time, I'm like, I've seen all these horror movies. I love them. Like I just watch horror movies, and for some reason, Gage under the bed cutting his Achilles tendon, and then he falls, and then he slices his mouth like that, and I was like, fuck, now I have to jump into bed for a while because what if there's something under my bed that's going to slice my Achilles tendon? For some reason, it had never crossed my mind that was an option.
I remember watching that with my girlfriend in high school and her family late at night. We would just watch movies, and for some reason, her dad put on Pet Sematary, and they had all seen it. I hadn't, and I was so terrified, but I had to be like, I'm not scared, babe. Like I just felt this false sense of masculinity.
I love that movie. I think that movie's
great.
It's obviously got its problems, but I absolutely love that movie. Pet Sematary 2, on the other hand,
I've never seen it.
I don't think it's based on anything except for the fact that they had the rights to do a sequel to a movie.
And we're going to bury more people in this cemetery. Yeah.
Well, they go, okay, so the good things come back evil, so evil things must come back good. And so the kids got
they can't come back as double evil.
They
No, there's
took
no
the
such
note
thing.
cards and just swapped them on the
100%.
board, on the storyboard.
100%.
That's like the James Cameron
The
drawing.
dollar
They switch good and bad.
Yeah. It's like the kids got like his stepdad is like an abusive cop, and I don't know if they kill him or he accidentally gets killed, and so they bury him in the pet cemetery, and he comes back as like a zombie who's like helping them fight the evil things that come. It's so fucking horrible.
Okay.
Definitely not worth watching, but
They
I would
remade
suggest
that
to watch
like
it.
10 years ago.
Remade Pet Cemetery 2?
No, the first one.
It'd be great if they
Well,
just
and
skipped right
I
to
need to watch. There's so many that's like I need to rewatch. I need to watch the Salem's Lot movie where they've condensed it down to 2 hours, and people like they're like it's fine.
Oh,
You
really?
You should watch it. Good imagery sometimes, but
When did
like
that come out?
it was locked away in the cursed stream. It's like it was an HBO Max original.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That had like middling reviews, but like but we need to support these like middle of the road movies. Like
Yeah.
I need to start watching these. I just don't have time to do like, it's fine. I'm like, 2 hours for just fine.
I know, for just
I
fine.
don't know.
That's how I feel about The Running Man. I'm like, I want to watch it, but
It's
I'll watch it
because I love
Watch
it.
it.
You're right. And
It's
I like
not
Glenn Powell.
boring. I will say that. Like, if you're talking about like a boring adaptation, no, it's not. You will enjoy your time spent, and you'll be like, I don't ever have to think about that again.
Okay, great.
Needful Things is another one I always think about because I saw it when I was really young, and I just remember being like, why would you do all this horrible thing for a jacket? It's like, what is the fucking point of this? I don't get it. But like there's a lot of good Stephen King stuff, and then there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, I just don't understand what makes it such a compelling thing that you would make a movie out of this.
Yeah, I mean, he got made fun of famously by, was it Family Guy or something? And I feel like this is lobbed against Stephen King a lot of just like, he's at a desk pitching his next book, and he's looking at things at the desk, and he's like, picks up a stapler, and he's like, what if the stapler is haunted and evil? What if this mug is haunted and evil? But the thing that they're poking fun of at is actually what makes Stephen King so great, which he does take the commonplace, your everyday lived-in experience.
That's
that
true.
Storm drain outside of your house, the sewers around your sort of idyllic town. What if a whole town was haunted in it? What if a
Your
whole
first car.
hotel, your first car, your dog, your dead child, commonplace things.
Yeah, everybody's got at least one of those things.
And then he exploits it. Like, what underneath your bed? What if somebody slashes your Achilles tendons? You have to get out of your bed every single day. He's extremely good at that.
Yeah.
But I read him for his characters.
Yeah.
And also, he's very good dialogue.
His
He does
dialogue's
have very
so
good dialogue.
He is extremely good dialogue.
I was gonna say-
naturalistic and fun.
I was going to say, I think Christine might actually be my favorite adaptation.
It's really good.
I still need to see it. I need to see Misery, and I need to see Christine.
You haven't seen Misery?
I haven't seen Misery.
You haven't seen
I mean,
Misery?
like now,
I know.
obviously, it is so good.
Yeah,
It is
I'm not to
so
oversell
good.
it, but what's his name? James Caan, right?
James
yeah.
Caan.
Oh my God.
Like
And-
his two movies for me are Misery and Elf. Like those are what I
Oh
associate
yeah,
James
I always
Caan
forget
with.
that he's an elf.
But oh man,
Nate's never seen Godfather.
Oh, I've seen the Godfather. I forget. Like
He
that's
he just
another
hates it.
plane. I don't.
Yeah.
That's not a movie to me. It's like a study. I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. I don't even think of Pacino when I think of The Godfather, but I'm like, that's his movie. But no, Misery is so fantastic. Kathy
There's
Bates
so
is
much.
incredible.
There's too much. Stephen King. So I downloaded a spreadsheet recently, and I filled out everything that I've read of his. and it goes by page count actually, or like amount of words. I can't remember. And I've read 30% of his.
Oh my God.
whole thing.
Holy
I've
cow.
never looked up.
So he's had 60-ish books.
So that's
it?
That's novels, but that's not counting short
Novels.
stories.
Well, that's counting short story collections.
Okay,
He's only had
collections.
60 books?
I feel like
only?
I just feel like it's more.
It's been two to three a year.
Okay.
Books, full novels,
Full
sometimes
novels,
door stoppers.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oftentimes door stoppers.
Yes. Yeah.
Man.
But the turnaround for Christine
Night Surf?
Night Surf. What's that one?
That's a book by Stephen King.
Night Shift.
No, Night Surf.
A short story by Stephen
Okay.
King. Oh, got it.
No, but do you know that Christine came out? The book came out in April, and the movie came out that same year in November.
Yeah, crazy.
It's insane.
Really?
Well, he
Yeah.
probably got it optioned because he was probably such a hot author at the time that this happened with.
It went into production 2 days after the release of the book.
This happened with 2001. Actually, Arthur C. Clarke was writing the book concurrently with Kubrick.
Yeah.
And they wrote the screenplay together, but he was like, "You write the book." So the book came out concurrently with the movie,
Right.
Which I think was like when directors and authors were working together. But that was probably more of a business dealies, sort of like, Stevie, can we get the look at your new book and turn it into a screenplay so it can come out with the movie?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't realize Carrie was his first book.
yes, and
His
famously
first publicized book.
first published
Well, yeah.
book.
His first book was The Long Walk
Oh.
that he wrote in college, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, he wrote the dark. He wrote the first Gunslinger when he was 19.
Wow.
And it's kind of incredible to read
It's-
that and be
yeah.
like, that's a 19-year-old. Jeez. Famously, he was a little scared to write Carrie. He was like, I'm just some guy, and this is this woman character about her period and like all this stuff. And like, I don't know if I'm the person to write this story. But then he goes on and writes. Never mind. I think he takes the wrong lesson from that. But then, but his wife, he threw it away, and his wife Tabitha, who he's still married to, they were high school sweethearts, still married to her. Fished it out of the trash and was
Really?
like, "You need to finish this," and that was his first thing that was published.
Man, that's pretty fucking crazy.
It's so good.
Yeah. If my wife ever fished something of mine out of the trash, I'd be like, put it back in the trash.
Have you seen Carrie?
I've seen Carrie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You haven't read it.
I have not read it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I've read it and not seen it because I just read it recently. And
Yeah.
did the De Palma.
Yeah.
De Palma, he's so good. He is the perfect director for that
He
movie.
does a great job. And I'm not like a huge De Palma fan, but
and I
he
find it a
does a
little
really.
problematic.
Yeah.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
But I think Carrie, and I've actually never seen Scarface.
So
Oh
it's,
God, Scarface was one of those movies in high school that I watched. I got really into gangster movies in high school. I just
fair.
watched Scarface and Godfather and all Casino and all those over and over and over again.
I love Scarface. I don't think it's as good as everybody says it is, but I do think it's a fun movie.
I put off
it's
Scarface.
so problematic though. Like every part
Yeah,
of it,
I-
every single fucking
I
part.
put off Scarface and Fight Club, and I finally watched Fight Club like junior year of college because I was just so against.
Yeah.
Like they dorm room posters. Like I was just like I
yeah.
don't want anything to do with those movies.
Yeah.
Well,
don't look at the
I
Pulp
mean,
Fiction poster behind
People
me.
famously
But-
took the wrong lessons from Fight Club.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
So
They're just like toxic masculinity. I love that. Let's go
I
for
mean,
it.
if I can get those abs,
Yeah.
fuck
yeah.
It's not. It has nothing to do with anti-capitalism or anything like that. Let's just talk about fucking Tyler Durden's rock hard abs.
But De Palma's other movies that I think are a lot of fun, they're not great, are Body Double and I actually think Body Double's pretty good.
Phantom of the Paradise.
I actually haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's so fun.
But Raising Cain with
Yeah.
John Lithgow is
Yeah.
wild
Yeah.
and so insane.
Love
It's
John
so
Lithgow.
fun. Yeah.
Love him.
You want to talk about playing for the back row? That movie is John Lithgow.
That's
Going
John
hard.
Lithgow though. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's
like,
true, yeah.
like I feel like he's
I can't wait to see him as Dumbledore.
Oh yeah, he was because he was a stage actor first, right? Was John Lithgow a stage actor first?
If he isn't, then he should.
Yeah, like I know, like a lot of what is that thing where it's like stage actors don't translate to TV very well, but TV actors can translate to stage pretty okay or something.
That is a stereotype. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of because you have to be so big and broad. You just honestly, you just have to learn how to sit still a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
I've seen like the side by side scenes of Denzel Washington doing fences on stage and in the movie, and it is very different.
It's
Yeah.
very
It's like,
different.
okay, he's a great actor.
Yeah, well, there's subtlety in on film that you can play for like just a look versus like you know somebody
Well,
100 feet from you watching
big,
you.
broad, playing to 300, 400, 1,000 people. Movements don't read well in camera.
Yeah.
But
Some people do it well. John Lithgow,
Jack Nicholson,
Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
is would have been a fine stage actor.
How do you guys feel about him coming back into the public eye a little bit? He was gone for a couple
What's
years.
he doing?
He looked. The last I saw was sort of an exploitative, sort of paparazzi picture of him not looking
So
so,
the-
hot.
Was this the one
So,
of him
like,
eating lasagna at the Clippers game or whatever?
No,
Or
it's
the Lakers
chili.
game?
It's chili.
Was it chili?
Do you know about this? He spills chili. They talk about it on the Blank Check episode. But he apparently
Don't mention the other movie
Who
podcast.
fucking cares? Like, if Griffin listens to this, Griffin, I love you.
Yeah.
Let's hang out again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We never did, but
Okay.
I mean, we kind of did.
Let's do it one
I don't
time.
know, We did.
Met him.
Yeah, we met him.
Dry hands.
But they talk about. But no, Jack Nicholson was courtside at the Lakers game, and he brought homemade chili in a Tupperware container.
At Legendary
And they
Behavior.
paused the game because he spilled
Spilt
it
it
on the
everywhere.
court.
I love him.
What are you gonna do?
But no, he was at the SNL 50 this year. That
Really?
was his
Yeah.
first public
Public
like
appearance, I don't know.
performance or appearance in a decade.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he as he got older started showing a lot more range than he was like. Because when he was young, I think he had to play really, really big. But if you watch like, what's that like about Schmidt and
Yeah, as good as it gets.
as good as it gets, yeah.
It's really good.
As Good as It Gets is a fucking great movie, and he does play a very non Jack Nicholson character. I mean, he's still Jack Nicholson, but it's like he's not Jack Torrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but The Departed is also like a big, huge performance
It's
as well.
massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts that we haven't had about that? I'm running your podcast, by the
No,
way.
I love
No,
that
I love
because
it, yeah.
yeah,
Because we
I was
probably should
literally
wrap it
just
up.
about to go there. What about you? Do you have any last thoughts?
Like final.
No,
what
like-
makes you go back to this movie? I guess.
oh, good question.
I gotta admit that this was probably my least favorite watch in a while.
Really?
I don't know why. It just felt maybe homeworky.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
it
watching with a
happens.
critical eye.
Or maybe because I was taking notes during it.
Yeah, I made the choice not to do. I was just like,
I've stopped taking notes for things because I do feel it takes me out of it and I
Yeah.
absorb it less.
Yeah.
Like
I love it. I think that the performances, the tone, the music, everything about it. I still am very unsettled by. I wasn't scared at any point, but I will say that the staircase scene, I think was still. I was super locked in for that. Windy light of my life.
yeah, it's so good.
he like
Let me
sticks his
finish.
tongue out at
Yeah.
one point, like very briefly. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. That I didn't catch until this last viewing.
Well, and that's the thing about rewatching it over and over and over again. You do catch details. It's a detailed, rich movie, and it's worth as much as I harangued intellectual masturbation at the beginning of this podcast. It is worth digging into this movie because there is just so much. It's one of the most written about movies of all time.
And well, I mean, there's so much to write about it because it's famously like you're saying, he did delete or not delete. You don't delete. He burned a bunch of this shit that could have given you answers
So
to
much
it.
of it,
You know,
yeah.
it's like so people can just sit there and have their conspiracy theories and have their theories, and like there's no one to say that they're wrong,
And
which is kind of fun.
I love open-ended things. I really love David Lynch. I like when things are sort of like the ending of we can talk about the ending of this movie where it's like I think for a certain type of mind, it's like, oh, that movie's so mysterious and it doesn't answer. Actually, there was a reviewer that famously it was like, it's so wishy-washy. It doesn't say anything. And it's like, yeah, it works. It's great.
Yeah. You don't have to
You don't
spoon feed
have
everything to
you know. But the ending is so incredible that and it's so open ended and very surreal. And obviously he's a denizen of the hotel now, and he's a part of the party.
I always had. Okay, so in the book, do they explain that at all? Because that whole ending shot where it's like camera pans that zooms in, and it's him in like 1920. He's like at the New Year's party in the photograph.
Yeah.
Do they explain this at all?
Yeah. So in the books, the Overlook is defeated, and now in Doctor Sleep, there's some stuff that pops up that I'm not going to spoil. But as a psychic entity of like echoes from the past and ghosts from the past and stuff like that, and whether or not they're even ghosts is kind of left up to interpretation in the book. It's defeated when it explodes.
Okay.
And its sort of core identity is destroyed when it explodes. And that's it. But in the book, it ends much more bleakly.
Okay.
Like the Overlook will go on. Nothing happened to the Overlook. It had another fucked up story, but somebody else will buy it. So it's much more bleak. But I think it's for Jack. He wants to be a part of the Overlook. That's the whole thing. He wants to please the hotel. He wants to be subsumed by the hotel and be a part of this never-ending party, drink all the time, feel like he belongs in this place. And that's one of his big motivations. And the hotel's like, we do want you. We really want your son. And a lot of Jack Torrance's insecurities are more on place in the book, where it's like, why do they even want my son? Am I not good enough?
Oh, see, this is stuff that I wish that they had. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't really wish, because the movie's fucking great. You know,
it is a masterpiece.
It's a great movie, and this is that lens of looking back and being like, oh man, you could have just done this and this and this, which leads to the 1997 Steven Weber fucking version, where it's just like,
right. But the whole thing is that with a book you can get into the interiority of the characters more so.
You can hear their
in
thoughts.
Movies, you can hear the thoughts, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can end it here.
Yeah, exactly.
This has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. Is this the longest episode yet?
I don't know. Where are we at?
No.
What are we at?
We're at, I don't know.
I
It
don't
looks
wanna push
like
for
maybe 2 hours 15 or so.
2
Damn
hours.
it.
Maybe a
JT.
little bit less.
Hold on, let's see. I don't know how long JT's was. JT's was
2:30ish.
Oh gosh.
Okay, let's just keep going.
No.
We'll get to 4 hours and we'll
into-
just call
this
it a
is
break.
bad for audiences.
JT's was 225.
2:25.
I
You
think we
came close.
started- I think we started like 7:50. You might have beat it. You
Yeah,
might
yeah.
have beat it.
If not, you gave it your best try.
Well, you have to cut out all of me mumbling. So
Oh, so
Yeah,
just
you
cut
have
out
to
most
edit.
of this?
yeah, you have to edit it to make me look good.
Okay, got it. We famously do a lot of editing on this show.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know.
yeah.
we do.
It's fair.
Well,
All right.
Reed, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you.
fucking coming. Do you have anything upcoming you want to plug? So when will this be out? It'll be
January 3rd.
January 3rd, 3 days before the 6th, which I know you're excited about.
At Todd's Garage in Atlanta, I will likely be directing a show called Pilot Season. It's an improvised 90s sitcom with Karen Cassidy.
Ooh, love
It's like the studio fired all the writers, and we're using the live quote unquote studio audience to focus test a new sitcom.
Oh, I love that. That's fun.
So the audience is involved in making a new television show.
It's a really fun premise.
And that'll
Really
be
fun
that's
format.
in January.
February,
Great.
Fridays at 8 at Dad's Garage.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, cool.
awesome. Well, shit, man.
Yeah.
This has been great. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being a part of this.
I can come back for any of the Stephen King ones.
I think we'll do a Dr. Sleep episode at some point. I guess it is when this episode comes out. It'll be the new year. So Happy New Year,
Happy
everybody.
New Year,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and first one of the new year.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, anytime if anybody ever tries to choose a Stephen King movie, we'll just be like, sorry, that's a Reed thing.
Reed's got all
Yeah.
Stephen King's from
Yeah.
here on out.
Because clearly
It's
you
my
know
hyper focus.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, shall we end it like we end every episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the original one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I love it.
Is there
Alright.
another one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, love of my life, Davey.
Yes. Come to daddy.
And read.